Welcome back to Ruckus Fights NYC Day 2. We're here with our CHANKO broadcast of the Basho going on right now. I'm Zach Petrovich. I'm joined by Neil Jenkins. Neil, say hey.
Hi, everyone.
And we're about 2 fights deep, right, Neil? What did we just miss? We just missed Kaisei and Sadano Yumi.
Yeah, we saw Sugigisho come from Juryo 1 and lose to Sho Hozan, who got the win in his hometown as the oldest Rikishi in the top division currently. And then we saw another hometown guy, Sadano who's an older guy, take down Kaisei in their 21st meeting. And now we're going to be headed to Chiyomaru against Aqua.
All right. What can you tell us about these two guys right now? Because we saw them fight last night. They didn't fight each other, though, correct? They fought...
Correct. Aqua had a really bad showing last night. He got mowed over.
That's
Chiyomaru
right.
Actually also got pretty destroyed by Abi. Never really got his footing down.
Right.
Abi, with the quick strikes, took him down. Chiyomaru probably should have had the advantage in that match. He has 3-1 lifetime before last night against Abi, so a little shaky, like you said, maybe trying to set up shop.
Yeah. So we got 2 0-1s. So we'll see what the showing is. I always think Chiyomaru. Oh my good God!
I love Chiyomaru.
Wow.
He's got a meme body. Like,
but he looks like a giant fucking baby.
Really big.
But he's got like that big belly.
His face is such a baby face. Like,
extremely rotund, people will say.
Yeah.
But I like him because he has a little bit of mobility to him.
Oh, he's very agile, as you can see with that fucking hip toss. I mean, he just got right over on the other side, made the step. And that's that.
And that's the kind of stuff he can do. He takes advantage of his size pretty well usually. Maybe not as aggressive as you would expect him to be, but he's got some crafty movement.
Yeah. Perfect. Man, just like what a great... I mean, I know this isn't the first fight of the tournament tonight, but it's definitely a great first
opener
go.
for us.
Yeah. Always love that. Always love that.
Yeah, I'm a big Chiyomaru fan, actually.
He's been, I mean,
I enjoy him.
Like I said, like in the short time I've been, watching the sport and everything, it's been a blast seeing, like, it's just cool. Like, it's like this guy I always see, and he's always like kind of always in that first couple fights. Like, you never really see him get too much further than this, as far as his like ranking in from what I understand, right? Like, at least as long as I've been watching.
No, absolutely. He dips down to Juryo periodically, but usually has no trouble coming back up and at least pushing into maybe lower mid Maegashiri. Never gets much further, like you were kind of commenting.
Right, he's always kind of like that top Carter.
Yeah,
he's always that top Carter, but he's never like a bad shot. Like I rarely. I'm rarely upset when he's fighting. These two guys, I'm not super. Abi.
This is going to be great. We got Abi on the left making his comeback, as we've kind of talked about.
Yeah, we were talking about that last night.
And then we have Chino Kuni on the right.
Abi
Both
looks
of these
like a party
guys,
boy.
pretty exciting, pretty mobile, pretty quick. I expect a snappy match.
Abi's 27. He's my age. Man, I want to get drunk with Abi. He seems like a good guy to fucking just get blasted with.
He definitely likes to party. Did Brendan ever tell you about the time he got sumo people banned from Instagram because he did a bondage on another guy?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he's a bit of a troublemaker.
Yeah, well, that's why he's on a comeback, right? He was banned for a little bit, and they let him back in.
Yeah, the COVID thing, he got in big trouble for.
Was he just fucking around, like breaking COVID rules?
Yeah, I don't like. Again, I understand people want to go do stuff and whatever, but in this, you're not only doing it to yourself, but you can get your whole stable banned from the tournament. Like, if you get in personal trouble, obviously, for breaking the thing, but your master and all the guys you're training with every day, even the Gyojis and the Yobidashis from your stable,
they're all
don't
wicked old, by the way. They're all wicked old people, so it's like,
yeah.
On top of that, you're kind of being a scumbag too, but like,
exactly. So, but I can understand you're young, you want to go do stuff. Like, I get it. Like,
oh yeah.
But yeah, the fact that you're not just affecting yourself even more than the usual kind of makes me upset because it just shows selfish behavior. And Abi's always had this arrogance to him, so it kind of synced up for me. So I got a little mad at him. Also, he has one-dimensional sumo, which I never really loved.
Seems like he's a pretty young kid, though. I mean, 27. I mean, like, I know these guys usually top out around, like, 35, but, I mean, 27, like, that's my age. Like, I mean, like, and I'm a fucking psycho. You know what I mean? Like, I get
Yeah,
it.
sure. Sure, and I mean, you're not even cooped up in a, sumo stable all day, having to bust your butt every day, probably having little social life in general, and then, yeah, he wants to go do something, and he can't, and, yeah, I don't know. It's complicated, obviously. Life is complicated. But the thing about Abi is, the reason I get a little frustrated with how his sumo goes is he just is very one-dimensional. He's on his toes, and he uses the Supari rhythmic pushing attack.
Kind of just like the push. Like he's just like it's very telegraphed. Oh, wait, here we go. And all right. Oh, okay. Well, you literally
good arm extension. Broke the rhythm though, but
good showing.
Yeah,
I'm not mad about that.
Instead of just the normal pushes with both hands, he has kind of a windmill with each arm. Mm-hmm. So if you think of the Street Fighter character, kind of, it's like he hits one of your top shoulders, then he hits your other top shoulder, and the whole thing is to have you elevated and your balance is never centered.
Yeah, E-Honda.
Yeah, E-Honda, yes.
That's funny.
Yeah, Chino Kuni's mobility was pretty stifled there. He never had enough balance to kind of make a pivot or anything, so.
And they'll call that a, what's that, a Sukidashi?
It's probably just an Oshidashi push out.
Okay. I'm looking.
I would think. We'll see in a second. It wasn't a frontal force out. No, they called it a Sukidashi. You're right.
Oh shit! Look, I'm learning stuff,
Good
guys.
Stuff, man.
Learning stuff. I'm not a total
See,
dummy.
You know some stuff. You don't give yourself enough credit.
I don't know. When I hear you and Brendan talking, I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm such an idiot.
Nah.
No, man, this is great. So, CHANKO fact. CHANKO is the sacred food that no one really knows how to make except for these sumo wrestlers that gets them to put on the amount of weight that they're supposed to put on. CHANKO fact.
There you go.
There you go.
I've had Brendan made some one time with chicken meatballs and stuff during one of our Dungeons and Dragons games.
For really?
It was pretty good. Yeah, I thought it was all right.
Does he know how does he know how to make it? I thought it's like a
recipe.
Secret. Oh.
Well, each stable has their own kind of recipe, of course. Kisei Baya has.
It's like how every family has a spaghetti and meat. Like every family has like spaghetti and meatballs, but like every family like makes spaghetti and meatballs different, kind of a thing.
Exactly. You're Italian. It's almost like the sauce, not even the spaghetti and gravy, meatballs, but grandma's sauce recipe. It's like, what's in it? This, and none your business.
Yeah, how much of this? That's the funny thing. Like, my aunt called me the other day. She wanted to know how to make chili. Like, because I gave her a bunch of venison from a deer hunt I did last year. And I sent the venison over to her. She's like, so how do I make the chili? And then real quick, coming up, we got Yakatakayama versus Kageyaki. We got a 1-0 versus 0-1. Let's see if Kageyaki can pull himself out of the deficit on day 2. But
Takayama was the benefit of the Fusensho free win from the injury pullout of Tochinoshin last night. So he actually hasn't gotten that victory from fighting yet. So this will be his icebreaker.
So this is actually the first time he's fighting in the tournament.
Correct.
Oh, so he might be coming in a little cold then.
Could be. If it were me, I would imagine I would try to get at least some kind of bout to keep warm.
No, these guys fight every day anyway, though, don't they? These guys fight in their stable every day, though, don't they?
Yeah, but maybe not during tournaments. I'm not totally clear on that.
So, I don't know. We'll see if it affects them. I'm interested to see how this goes. Anyway, what I was saying is like we were saying about the sauce recipe. My aunt, she asked me about the chili. I was like, yeah, it's like this, that, the other thing, and this. She's like, yeah, but there's no measurements here. I was like, I don't know, taste it. What? Like, she's a measurements lady. That's like she
Yeah.
has, you know, it's funny.
The first like 2 or 3 times I cook something, I kind of take measurements, but then after that, it's, you know, kind of no holds barred, pretty much.
Brendan's lived with me for, you know, the better part of 2 years, and he's eaten a lot of my cooking. He's seen me cook a lot, and he's always like, I don't know how the fuck you make stuff, and you don't. Like I don't think you have a recipe for any of this. I think you just know how to make it. I was like, yeah, it's 100% it. Like,
yeah,
it's like, yeah, like one time I came home blackout and I made like penne alla vodka. And I was like, what do we got here? We got some butter, we got some cheese, we got pasta, we got vodka. I want to make some pasta. And he was just like, okay. And I like woke up and the kitchen was like destroyed and covered in penne alla vodka sauce. And I was just like, how drunk was I when I came home? He's like, you were penne alla vodka drunk. So I was like, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't think sumo wrestlers probably measure much either when they're cooking in the stables. It's like dump everything we got in there.
They probably have to cook in such a big quantity. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
they got like a fucking Breaking Bad size tank.
Videos. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I like Takayama. I've always been a fan of him, but he hasn't broken out as much as I've ever thought. Kageaki was in a good rhythm last year and a half, but hasn't been doing as well. Here we go.
Hands down, up. Okay, shoulder thrust right off the bat. Oh, looks like a push out. Oh, but he recovers.
Yeah, low position. Ooh,
is there going to be a hip to? Oh, and he's out.
No.
A lot of control on that push out too. Like he didn't like really shove him. He kind of like, you know, a lot of respect shown. Like as opposed to like when we saw the guy fucking kill that Kyoji last night.
Yeah. Again, Amanishiki, not Amanishiki. Freaking.
I mean, yeah, it could have been Oyama. I get it, dude. But like, fucking it. These guys
yeah,
are
but
all
he's
big.
not very respectful of Chiyoshima. Not exactly the most respectful opponent.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it was just a good, nice, low position. Takayama almost had a little something with that belt and then into that arm there, but no, too much control.
He was too over the, too close on the bail too. Once your foot gets up against that, I mean, it becomes a point of like it can be a push off, but also can be like it can fuck you too.
Yeah,
like your foot gets caught.
Hand inside, hand outside too. You really got nothing you can be doing there. Kageaki had full control.
Yeah. So it's gonna be Yorikiri, correct?
Frontal force out. Yep.
Nice.
That was a pretty standard one.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing crazy. And this is the ceremonial power water, where they just dump a ton of sake and hot sauce in a... No, I'm kidding. Is it just regular water or is it booze? I don't know.
Yeah, it's just regular water, but I don't think they even drink or do any of that right now still because of the COVID protocol. So it's just dump it back in the thing, or there's not even any liquid now.
I always thought it would be funny if there was... if it was just sake, like just straight fucking sake, like they just chug.
Oh yeah,
like they just chug like as much sake as they can before they get in the ring. They're just like. I remember when I first started watching. Brendan used to tell me these crazy stories about Tochi, where he would, and this is why I loved him so much, because like I remember seeing it one time, like the camera would follow him in the back, and he would just be like screaming in Georgian in the locker room, slapping himself in the face, crying, and then puking.
He could get pretty intense for sure.
I was like, that guy's on something else. I like that.
The next match will be kind of interesting. It's Kota Waka, who's very young. I think he might even be 23 at most.
Here, let me look it up real quick. He's let me see. 87. Oh no, 97. He's younger than me. Oh, so they'll tell us right now.
25, right? 24. Yeah, 24.
Yeah, that'd be 24.
So yeah, he pretty
Big
young.
Boy for 24.
He's against Koto Fuji, who had an injury pull-out last tournament and got demoted 10 ranks from that. Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm picking him for double-digit wins, because like Abi, he's way low on the Banzuke for how good he is.
Okay. Quick question. What stables he coming out of? Who's his like who are some of his teammates that like maybe more of note?
Hokuto Fuji or Kota Waka?
Kota Waka, the young kid.
I know his dad and his grandfather were high ranking. I believe they both made.
So he's like dynasty kind of shit.
Yeah. Okay, so Koto Echo is the other one.
Oh, okay.
That's in the top
I've definitely heard that
right now. The little guy that got yeeted last night.
Dude.
Yeah. During the much talked about ref crushing. And then Koto Shoho, who bounces around. He's usually in Jurio and is there currently.
Yeeted. That's so good. Got thrown out. He got thrown out like he fucking owed that guy money. That was nuts. All right.
Yeah, he's one of the guys up here that we know's favorite guy, Koto Echo is. But yeah, he gets frustrated from his performances usually. But yeah, I expect Hokuto Fuji. Hokuto Fuji could lose this match though. Koto Nowaka has a lot of potential to be pretty good. So Hokuto Fuji could lose, but his pushing and his speed is usually enough to get most people.
Fair enough. Oh, false start.
False start, baby. Hokuto Fuji is a false start kind of serial false start guy. He's one that slaps the crap out of himself too. If you want to talk about Tochi, Hokuto Fuji will definitely give himself some of the wake-up slaps.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no. Well, I mean, I remember when I boxed, I mean, you kind of like bop yourself in the face a few times before you get out there. Here we go. Ooh, looked like a headbutt right off the bat to the jaw. And... oh, he's out.
He had a little separation on him, but really never had any offense to stop him.
Dude, those headbutts wig me out so bad.
Again, Hokuto Fuji kind of famous for just getting the crap kicked out of him and it not totally phasing him. So I'm not surprised a headbutt leadoff wasn't a deterrent. Let's see how bad that headbutt was.
Right there.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was almost like a head to chin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He could have knocked. I mean, he could have knocked him out with that. Honestly, like if he hit him in the right, like right in that right spot, he's probably like an inch or two just off of fucking putting him out. Although these guys get hit
really,
in the
the
face
hallmark tonight has just been keeping your opponent raised up. Keeping your opponent raised up has been easy wins tonight, which makes sense. Pretty basic. But.
Once again, I mean, we talked about this a little bit. I mean, because of how early it is in the tournament, these guys could either be trying some new shit out, or they're taking it a little bit easier because they want it is a long tournament. This is like how they used to do Grand Prix style MMA. This is it's insane, man. I mean, having a 15-day straight tournament where you're getting thrown on your ass for the foreseeable future. So
you want to know what I hope they do this year? That would be really fun that we could all cover if they do it.
Huh.
It's this New Year's / Christmas tournament. That's a bracket tournament.
Oh, it's like a real it's one day, like a Grand Prix.
It's one day, and it's basically like a bracket, and you fight to get into bracket, almost like a fighting game tournament or like something
sumo?
Like that. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
It's sponsored usually by a big Japanese department store. Actually, Brendan's boy Takayasu won the last one. I can recall, or I believe he beat Miyogiru in the finals. Hilariously, Enho beat Hakuho in it, so you can tell how seriously kind of it's taken. Usually not super seriously by the man, but
that's so funny.
Takayasu was pretty serious.
He's like, yeah. Well, that's the thing. So, I feel like if I was a guy like on the lower level, I'd be running in there, getting ready to kick ass. So.
Oh yeah, why not?
Ishiura, he's like the little gym rat guy, right?
Yep. Hakuho's stable,
right,
and then Terunofuji's stable. My favorite, Terunofuji. Usually very dominant in small man versus small man.
Both
matchups.
Young dudes, though.
Both young. Yep.
Yeah.
Both young. But Yoshi was rumored to be pulling out because of injury, so I don't have that. And he looked terrible yesterday, so I don't really have high hopes. I think he'll be out by day 4 or 5.
Just because of losses, or because of he'll just pull out?
Yeah, I think. He's not low enough where he would get hard kicked probably if he withdrew, but he probably wants to get at least 2 or 3 wins before he does, just to prevent the hard kick.
We're already about a third of the way through the card, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, he's at 11, so he probably, if he got 0 wins, he probably would get yeeted. So I think that's probably down the Banzuke enough to be into Jurio. So that's probably why he is trying to fight, which kind of sucks. I hate that, honestly. That's the one thing about sumo I don't like.
Yeah.
The guys have to fight hurt because it's their job and they're going to get demoted.
Well, that's like the whole argument I have with, like, if this was any other kind of sport, like, I don't think Tochiyoshin would be in the position he's in right now.
No. He would have been able to take enough time to get himself back together, but during his Ozaki, after he became Ozaki, he was pretty darn hurt, and he still had to fight, and he just lost his Ozaki really fast because he was really screwed up, and he couldn't do his power moves anymore.
Right. I mean, when I first started watching, he was kind of already on the way out, but he was still so impressive. Oh, here we go. Headbutt to headbutt. And he's gonna get DDT.
This
down.
is good for Teruyoshi.
What if you just picked him up? Oh, pile driver! Oh my god, that's insane. That is fucking crazy,
dude.
What if he did? What if he just
grabbed his leg,
spiked him on his head?
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to do that.
No, but it'd be funny though, right?
What I would have done there if I were him, or what I've seen people do that I think is a little better, is just fall on him.
I would either see, I hate that, because then what if the guy somehow squirrels out? See, I would have grabbed the belt personally. I would have grabbed the belt.
He had it.
I know. I would have grabbed the belt with both hands if I could have, and just twisted and put him on his ass. Okay. You see what I'm saying? Like right there.
You can lose your balance that way, though, right? But right here, I feel like you could just come over the top.
I mean, I think he obviously knows better than me.
True, me too. Same thing. I don't think. I think the thing I'm saying, if he was a little taller.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta feel so demeaning, though.
Just basically fall on. That was the problem Enho had, is he would get low, but then if these bigger guys kind of knew, they would just over the top apply their weight onto him.
Where is Enho now? Is he still fighting? Is he
Jurio?
He went down to Jurio.
He's losing too.
Oh, what? He used to be.
I'm pretty sure he's 0-2 or 1-1 at best. He's 1-1. He beat Azumaru today.
He used to be the king of the fucking little guys. I love that guy, man.
Yeah, I think he's always been a little overhyped myself.
I know. Me and I think Brendan likes Enho. Me and him have had a couple of conversations about Enho.
Yeah. I've talked to him about my opinions on Enho before. I think he's really fun to watch, obviously, and I'm a big underdog rooter. I love rooting for underdogs, but I won't be unrealistic either.
I love how they're still using Hakuho's video, though.
See him do security.
Oh god, that's so sad.
He'll be pretty, I think when the changing of the guard happens with the sumo elders, I think Hakuho can be pretty comfortable with the position he's going to end up having, because right now there's a lot of this still kind of anti-Mongolian, a little bit anti-foreigner sentiment with some of the higher guys, a little bitter grapes about Japan not being the best sumo nation.
Right.
But when Kiseno Sato and like those guys who have always fought with and trained with Mongolians come into it, I don't think they're going to see that anymore. It's going to be, we're sumo dudes. We did sumo stuff. We all suffered through the problems with the sport because the old guard. Here's your boy Aoyama, Danny, taking
AKA on boobs.
Yeah, the big man against
the man with the big memories.
You know me,
Danny boy. The boobs are swinging. Oh man,
Kisei Baya is what Hinaumi's from, which is one of the bigger ones. Got 3 people in Makuuchi. Ura's part of it.
Yeah.
Shiminoumi, Ura, Hinoumi.
God, I swear to God, some of these profile pictures I feel like the DMV guy is taking. I'm like, they just get such bad angles on these guys. This poor dude.
Yeah.
Looks like his head was microwaved. Did you see that fucking thing?
Yeah.
Brutal. Jesus Christ.
Some of them may not have very many good angles. Zach.
I mean, well, yeah, you got. I mean, there's got to be a lighting thing though, or something you could do. Like these guys are like supposed to be like, you know, like Christ. At least they can make Andre.
Question.
Huh? Hit me.
Do you know there's one other Makauchi wrestler that's in the same stable as Aoyama? Who is it?
It's Kaisei, isn't it?
No, it's Tochi.
Oh wait, that's right.
Kasugano.
I knew it was one of the white guys. Well, I guess Brazil.
Yeah.
But it's like
foreigners.
One of
It's Kasugano. Let's foreigners in.
Yeah, it was one of the round eyes. I knew it was the round eyes. Gaijin, if you will. Oh man, no, I always love when Danny fights, but I hate when he fucking. I have mixed feelings.
This should be a win for him.
I love when the boobs get swinging though. Like when he starts.
This should be a win for him.
I
His
think
arms
so,
are
yeah.
so long. He's against a pusher. Always pretty good for him.
Oh God, they just sag though. Oh,
They do.
it's hard not to see. You know what I mean? Like.
I try to avert my eyes.
I
Here
mean,
we go. Use those arms, Danny. There you go. There you go. Easy. Boom. To the throat. Slap down. Bomb behind you.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Just beat the
That's
brakes off
Aoyama
of him.
Sumo, dude. That was Aoyama Sumo.
Big fan.
He looks good.
He
That
actually
was
does.
good.
He looks healthy for the first time in a while. Because I know he has some knee issues too, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, most of them do.
Yeah.
Honestly. I mean, you say tennis elbow, sumo knee. I think Brendan said last night. I've never heard that before, but I like it.
Though,
It's true. Their feet too, their feet.
Well,
just
Tochi,
the toes are probably mangled.
Tochi, you couldn't even see his foot last tournament. It was so wrapped up.
Yeah.
Wow, just like.
Yeah. But yeah, Aoyama there.
He looked
lots
like
of things
such
I
a
like.
bully. Such a bully.
Separation with the hands.
Uh-huh.
Then when the momentum he tried to shift it in on him for the slap down. He stabilized on the slap down. Hinoumi did, but Aoyama pivots, goes behind him, and just rides him out. That was really good. That was like 3 different ways he tried to win there.
Definitely some solid sumo. And the other guy, was overwhelmed, to say the least. Just very overwhelmed, just especially how he lost.
Well, how many guys, when we watch this, how many times do you see somebody change their attack 3 times in one match? Not often.
Nope. No. Especially that quick.
Yeah. So
it's always
Aoyama,
amazing how agile
impressive.
some of these guys are. Some of these guys are so fucking big, and they're so agile.
Insane. That was great. Aoyama looks good. He might be a good dark horse pick to get a lot of wins. Didn't he had a really good tournament, I think, earlier this year, but the rest of the year has been bunk for him.
Yeah, last tournament was terrible for him. He lost to he lost to Tochi.
Yeah, 11-4 March with the Fighting Spirit prize, but the rest of the year has been all losing tournaments. 7-8, 7-8, 4-3-8, 6-9 in January with the 1 Fighting Spirit prize mixed in. And I think he was a pretty healthy 11-4 that tournament. Yeah, he won his last 7. So he starts 3-4, then goes 11-4.
That's brutal.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. No, I think big fan of. Oh wait, I'm getting a little echo on my end. Do you hear that? Am I coming through your speakers?
Slightly.
Here, can you turn me down just a little bit?
You mean from the stream?
No. Just whatever's coming through my headset, I can hear. Oh, now it's good. Whatever the fuck we're doing now, we're good. Oh, did you have the stream up?
Me, I don't think I did, but I think I was leaned towards my computer fan.
Oh, that might be it then. Yeah, because I don't hear it anymore. Yeah. Okay, we're cool. All right. Anyway, we're back.
Sorry about that. I was leaning in and reading stuff.
Forget about it. You're good, brother. This good Gyoji, little CHANKO fact, is the meanest looking bastard in Japan.
Dude, I've never seen this guy before.
Man, I wish I could read fucking
maybe
Japanese.
It's showing that he got promoted recently.
He's 54?
I can't read that, but 1967, that kind of looks like he probably is in his 50s.
54, I see 54.
Yeah, I think he's new.
Well, I'll tell you right now, if I was fucking new, I wouldn't look like that much of a prick. Jesus, he looks like a substitute teacher that just got punked.
As long as he's a good referee and he can move out of the way, I mean.
Well, yeah, Neil, yeah. But I mean, look at him. He looks so mean.
He does, but what ones look nice though?
That is true. None of the Gyojis look like guys I want to hang out with. I will say that. They all look like people who'd be like, I'm not mad, I'm disappointed. Like, I
think part of Gyoji training is like, you can't look like you're having fun at all.
Well, it's like, you know that boxing ref with the giant eyes? Have you ever seen those this dude?
No.
Oh my god, there's this boxing ref that gets so fucking hyped during fights. He's like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Chiotaru left, Tobizaru right.
Here we go. All right, some good pushes. And he's got the belt. Oh, lost the footing. And that hurts.
Yeah, Chiotaru never even had an angle on that. Man, he looked really dominant last night. I remember Brendan got really excited because he won in kind of a stylish way, but Tobizaru had him the whole way there.
Yeah. Dude, he landed right on that bail, too. Like, right on the ribs. I mean, I know these guys do this all the time, but fuck, that's gotta hurt.
He helicoptered him to the ground.
That's what I'm saying.
Much there.
Yep, some good shoves. This is where he gets belt control. Misstep right here.
Boom.
Oh, no, just all in his...
It wasn't even belt, just the arm was locked a bit, and he just...
It was a good push, or it was a good pull rather.
Yeah.
All right, good showing. Good showing.
Tobizaru was fun. I don't think he's ever gonna get very high, but he's a fun wrestler to watch.
All right, so next coming up we got Ura and who we got?
Koto Echo.
Koto Echo. That's right. Yeah, here we go.
The bowling ball.
Yes, the bowling ball.
Not in form, but in practice last night.
Oh my good God! You think he's going twice? You think he's gonna go twice tonight? Wouldn't it be funny if that's what all the guys in the back just started doing? They're like, all right, who could throw him the furthest?
Probably not against Ura. I feel like Ura will do something wacky, but I don't think Hanka is in Ura's repertoire. I think Ura's too much about the flash of his technique. We got anybody in the YouTube chat, by the way? I haven't been able to peek yet.
I'm gonna peek real quick. Chris stepped out for a little bit. I don't know exactly where he is, but we're gonna check. I'm on the Ruckus Fights page right now. No one on our YouTube chat. But we do have one watching now, which I'm assuming it's me. So, yeah, I think we're bigger on Twitch right now. But like I said, I can't check all that stuff because Chris stepped out for a minute.
Cool. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. We had, I think, 25 views on both channels today.
Yeah. I think people are getting to it after the fact, which I'm fine with.
Yeah, 2 a.m. is tough.
Yeah, I mean, we're psychos for doing this, but anyone who's up all night watching this is insane. And watching it with us on top of it.
In the best sumo fan way possible.
Oh yeah, no, we're all a little crazy. I mean, for sure. But yeah, no, I mean, I'd love if we got more people on the live stream, but I mean, as long as people are seeing what we're doing and enjoying it. I never realized that Koto Echo had such Silver Fox vibes on the sideburns there.
Yeah, he's a pretty spry guy. He never looks slovenly.
Yeah, no. Angriest Gyoji in all of Japan. And there's the guy who died last night behind him.
Yeah.
In the pink, yeah, or salmon, I guess you would call it. I had a sushi platter for 2 to myself today. Dear God, just so much. It was so good. Like,
I like eating sushi as well.
Oh God, I crushed it today. I haven't had it in a minute, but I used to have this place, Blue Ribbon Sushi, above where I used to work down at the Brookfield Mall, and down on like near Wall Street, and they used to like just give me the sake at happy hour, like it was like 2-for-1 sake jars of like really like this awesome. It was fuck, what was it? Kiku, like dry sake, and it like came like in a little jelly jar. Oh my God, I used to slam those and just like it would be on payday. I'd go down there and just like spend my entire paycheck on sushi. Like I'd eat uni and all sorts of like weird shit, and then I'd just slam this sake and just be absolutely out of my mind for the rest of the night. And like where I'd end up afterward would be great. But I loved those guys at Blue Ribbon Sushi. They used to like, they loved getting me wasted on sake. They were like, this guy parties, we like him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I used to take everyone there too. I'd be like, dude, these guys just give me sake. They love me. They'd be like, Zach, you're back, huh?
Well, you know.
Yeah. So
people love when you spend money at their shop and when you enjoy their food. So I mean,
oh yeah,
give you
I'm a big
little bit of alcohol to encourage all of it. This should be interesting. Ura's lining up in the back. He does this sometimes.
Oh, well, he did that last night too. We saw. Here we go. He's really not trying not to get thrown on a Gyoji tonight. Oh,
ooh,
he went out the same way though. He went out the same way.
Yeah, Ura will never throw you unpolitely out like Chiyoshoma did.
I need some Abi vibes.
Yeah, I mean, Abi does a little bit of an unceremonious shove after you're out too. It's interesting to see what guys do it and what guys don't. Teruno Fuji's a little bit about it.
What are you looking for?
Okay, yeah, Koto Echo goes for some Supari, but Ura's staying low. Ura circles around, has a nice burst of speed, and Koto Echo just got nothing.
Yeah. Sometimes that starting behind the line thing maybe gives you a little bit more of a like it's a weird start. So it'll it's kind of like it's almost like fighting southpaw. You know what I mean? It's a different angle you have to deal with.
Yeah, I think he wants to avoid the speedy charge from Koto Echo there, but then Koto Echo responds by going Supari, but he's a smaller guy with not a long reach, so I don't think his Supari is ever going to be very effective on somebody as big as Ura, especially somebody as big and not unbalanced, I guess. Ura stayed very low during it. The Supari really didn't raise him up at all, and that was it.
Right. Yep. It's yeah. Oh, and here we go. We got the Japanese Zamboni coming out.
Super sweeps. Sweepstakes.
Chris is back in the room. He thought that was pretty funny.
Oh, there was Akibono.
I'll give you an
and there's Takanohana. Akibono getting thrown out.
These are giving me an Akiboner.
All right, Chris.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You guys and Islanders.
And the yeah, we love him. Fucking, I want to see him give him a haka. You know what I mean?
What do you guys? Okay, so we're in a commercial right now. You got the Mets hat on. Chris is a Mets guy too. You want Stroman back or not?
Ah, man, that's a tough question. I just want us to win.
You want Stroman back or not?
Chris, you want Stroman back or not?
Yeah.
You want Stroman back for the Mets?
I do.
Me too. I love him.
I'm starting to lean that way.
But not for more than $120 million.
Yeah, no, he doesn't deserve all that.
I know. I think he deserves over $100 million, but not more. Like
more.
Some people are talking about he'll get $150 million. I'm like, I don't know about $100.
I don't think the Mets have $150 million to just be given to people.
That's the only thing they do have now is money.
I wish he'd take 5 years, 25.
So what's the deal with?
Yeah, that'd be fair. 5 years, 25 would be fine.
What's the deal with DeGrom? Is he out for life? What happened?
No.
He'll be back.
He better be back because he was. Oh man, I caught his first. I caught like one of the early games this season at Citi Field, and it was so good.
Dude, they were delightful. You know what? I'm coming to see you guys. Hopefully, as long as COVID isn't crazy, the Mariners are playing the Mets at the beginning of the season next season.
What's that, May? Was that when?
Yeah, I think May. Yeah, I think May.
Yeah, no. Hey, man, you're always welcome out here.
I'm coming for a Mariners Mets game. Are you kidding me?
Oh, bro, well, you have no idea. We'll all go. We'll get Chris. We'll have the whole fam come out. Be a good time.
That's a good stadium.
Because I love the Mariners. I love the Mets too.
You love the Mariners? It's such a
love
crazy.
The Mariners.
This is a crazy fucking team to just love.
Ichiro Suzuki, dude.
Yeah, all right, yeah, fair enough.
I'm a Japanese culture guy. Ichiro Suzuki was my guy.
That's fair. I was always big. I never liked the Yankees, but I was always big on Hideki Matsui. I thought he was cool.
Ian always tells me a story about how how when he would teach in Japan, he mostly taught in like Chiba and some other places that were like no, but he would. But so basically, he would go volunteer once a week to teach out in like the sticks, and like as soon as he mentioned he was from New York, the kids would be like, "Oh, Ichiro," and like you'd always know Ichiro, even if they knew nothing else about America or anything like that.
Yankee Ichiro. Yeah, he told us last time. That was awesome. Yeah, I don't like the Yankees at all, but I love Ichiro
so he was
so
a Mariner
much.
too, right?
Ichiro, yeah, that's where he started. Yeah, he broke the hit record,
Chris,
single season on the Mariners and stuff. They tied the most regular season wins ever when he was on. They had a few really disgusting teams around that time period. But I mean, they've never done anything with it. But that's okay. I love the underdog.
Oh, always. That's you got to. I don't understand people who
dude. They had such a fun year this year. Paul Sewald, man.
Yeah.
Mariners took Paul Sewald and turned him into a monster for the Mets. He was just terrible.
My God.
Same thing, Chris Flexen, dude.
Yep. No, it was a weird baseball season. I didn't even watch the series this year. Did you?
I did.
I think I caught like half the game. I think I caught like the first game.
I mean, rooting for the Braves wasn't my brightest moment. I mean, but
well, who ended up? Did the Braves end up? No. Houston won this year.
They
right?
won in 6.
Or no,
they
beat
Houston.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Braves won. Yeah, I'm telling you, like once my teams are out, I fucking don't give a shit. Like right now, I'm like, dude, the fucking are you a football fan too? Not really. Steelers.
I mean, I know about it. I follow it. I think the games are kind of boring. Lots of flags, lots of commercials.
Yeah, I don't know. I get pretty drunk during them, so it goes faster. But oh wait, real quick, we got
Shimanumi against Chio Shoma. Are we gonna get another Hanka?
I want to see it. I want to see it big time.
If he tries to Hanka Shimanumi, he's gonna get thrown so far. Shimanumi will just stop and he will just push him.
I got a hankering for a Hanka.
So does Chio Shoma, dude. Chio Shoma has had, I'm pretty sure, all winning tournaments this year with 8 and 7 in every single one. I'm gonna check that right now, but I think, yeah, he was out for the January and then 8 and 7, 8 and 7, 8 and 7, 5 and 10 last time. So yeah, he had 3 8 and 7s in a row.
Jesus.
Well, he loves those Hankas.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, if it works, it works. It's kind of like I play UFC online, and I always use Chuck Liddell, and people are like, "Why do you use him? He's garbage." I was like, "Cause I just love knocking people out with an overhand right." Like,
there you go.
When it works,
dude,
it works.
So
you know.
Funny. You look at his match win breakdown. His highest win percentage is etc. 37%.
Right? Yeah.
That's how you know he's just the garbage guy. He just like whatever works.
Yeah, I like it. I'm slowly becoming a real fan of this guy.
He's a booger eater for sure.
Oh yeah, you know my team booger eaters for life.
Yeah.
Were you in that fantasy that I won? Were you in that?
I believe he was. Yeah.
No, but you were in that fantasy league with us, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Team Booger Eaters. Brendan was so mad at me that last night. He was like,
I've won one. I think I've won 1 or 2 because of Mitaki Yumi, basically.
Yeah. I just picked.
He was always my sentimental pick.
I just picked all of like the really, really like just dumb looking motherfuckers.
Seedy, as seedy as possible.
I was like, I want the most. I wanted like the Bad News Bears of fucking.
Hey, there you go, man. It can work.
Oh, and it did, baby.
Sumo
it did.
it's in such an unstable state the last few years that as far as, except for the best people, which there's like 1 to 3 of them, nobody else you can really pin down like on who's gonna do well.
Right.
Well, meaning, I'd say 9 wins is a very good tournament. Obviously, if you get an 8 and 7 and you get your Kachikoshi, your winning record secured, that's a good tournament. That's successful. You're going to go up in rank. But like really well, I'd say 9 wins or more, but sometimes it's random.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's and we've touched on this all across. It's definitely one of those things where you get a what do you call with like this new changing of the guard, like the old guard kind of leaving and us having like, obviously Hakuho being gone is kind of a new thing, but everything else, it's just like you're seeing a real transition in the sport. So like to see like oh, here we go.
He's in hard.
Get him. Throw his ass out. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I don't think he likes that Kyoji.
That same guy got thrown.
He just
that was the guy
stopping when he's out of the ring.
I don't blame him. That's how I used to fight.
Just go.
Hey, you have to pull me off you.
That was he went in hard on that charge, and you can tell they're going to replay it. Shima Naomi did not know what was going to happen.
No, he didn't.
He was like,
he's like,
scared.
Oh, I might crack my head on the ground right now. Like, no. He had an
no charge here.
He had an oh shit face. He definitely did.
Boom.
Yep. And right there, he's like,
so that's what
because his arms are locked. He can't get grip. He has no grip on anything. He's trying to go for an underhook, can't. And then he set himself off by reaching because he was out of range for a push.
Yeah.
Good
gets
distance
the
control.
But then Chiyoshoma's just back in.
Yeah, Chiyoshoma's got great you can see right there. That's just great great ring generalship. I mean, as far as like, being out of range for that reach for the push, because if he was any closer, he would have gotten pushed off balance. He wouldn't have been able to finish that final thrust. But fantastic. Big fan. Loving it.
A Chiyoshoma fan, you're gonna be notorious for that one.
I hope I'm the most hated guy in sumo soon. Brendan's the face, I'm the heel. Ah.
Oh, there you go. So Chiyoshoma's 30. Gosh, he does not look like he's the same age as me. Let's say that.
What's it? Oh, you got it.
Ooh, this should be interesting.
And then, Chris, real quick, post the link in this stream chat so we can get some people aware that we're back on.
Okay.
Because Brendan usually takes care of all that stuff, and I don't have a computer, so can't do it from a broken iPhone.
I'm gonna do it on this computer though. Twitch
whichever it is, but just post the link to the YouTube and just put English commentary for day 2 right now, live. And then post the link.
You're gonna do it in Carla's thing? I want to do that. We're probably gonna get banned from the chat.
What are you talking about? That's what what's his name does every week. Every day.
Does he?
Yeah.
I thought he did on Reddit. I thought he did on Reddit.
Like I'm in there, but I just sent a message.
No, you need an account. Don't you? Oh, well, you have to have an account because we're on.
It says, I might be logged into yours.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah. So just do it on this one. We're not taking. I mean, we're technically giving her the views. I mean,
true.
You know what I mean? Like,
Day 2 English commentary input.
Day 2 English commentary live. Yeah, because Brendan usually takes care of all the marketing of this, and I'm a booger eater. I'm just here to make jokes.
Now it's asking me to sign up for login, so I'll sign up.
Tamawashi is a big time pusher.
I don't get why you just don't do it up here. Because you're already logged into somebody.
Yeah, but I don't have a fucking link here. It's the problem, and I can't. I'll put it over here to slow you the fuck down.
Oh, all right, whatever. No, whatever.
Tamawashi is a big time pusher. He's going to be on the left, and then Hoshoryu.
We got a big. Did we miss Big Salt?
Yeah, Big Salt actually got that win. That was the pile driver win.
Oh, right. That is him. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's my guy. But yeah, Tamawashi on the left is very aggressive pusher. And then you got a belt guy on the right. A lot younger, though. A lot younger.
I was going to say, a guy on the left looks like he's kind of done with... he might be done.
I don't know about
Not done, but he's like... He looks,
a decent rank.
He looks seasoned, let me put it that way. Guy looks like
he's definitely seasoned.
Definitely has some
1984
seasoned salt. 1984, he's only a year older than my brother. English commentary.
He is at Maegashira 6, which is pretty decent. He's had an okay year. I mean, he had 1-11-4, and then the rest of them losing tournaments. All right. Hoshoryu's going to want to weather the storm here. Oh. This looks good for Hoshoryu.
Yep. Oh, no, he comes back.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god, at the edge. Can he pivot? Oh my.
Wow.
Hoshoryu at the bails. That was phenomenal.
Is there a sumo Reddit, Neil, that you're aware of?
There's two. I don't know what one Brendan posts on.
Well, can you text me both links to both, and I'll post on both of them?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure for the main event fights, maybe we'll get a couple of extra people in there. Once again, it's just, trying to build consistency. 10 minutes. Don't worry about it. Yeah. It's not English. Should have punched.
I did.
You did both?
Different times, different places.
You did that thing? Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
It's just soft tissue.
Yeah. You're 100% soft tissue, Chris.
Who landed first here? His arm.
I think Red Belt's out first.
That looked like the guy in the blue looked like he could have injured his forearm or something.
Well, they're calling for a video review, right?
They can definitely say easily dead body rule on Tamawashi if they want to.
Dead body rule. Can you explain that for the future?
If you're in an unrecoverable, defenseless state, you're basically ruled as out. But again, it's fairly inconsistent. It looks like they gave Tamawashi the win.
Wow.
So I thought Hoshoryu had to win there, to be quite honest. But
yeah, I don't know. Red Belt seemed like he hit first, though. He might not have been. I mean, I think he touched ground first, which is really what it is. It's if you touch ground first, right? With 3 points.
Technically, yes. But again, if you pull a throw of some kind and render the opponent into an unrecoverable state, you're kind of usually supposed to be given the benefit of the doubt because you were on the offense. But again, it's very inconsistent. I sent you it. The other one seems to be locked and is like a news-only one now.
Okay, that's cool. Well, I'm going to post right now.
So I sent you the one. I'm going to use the restroom. This one is going to be Takara Fuji, our old man from the Terano Fuji stable on the left, and then Takayatsu, one of Brendan's favorites.
Yeah, he does love Takayatsu's from, is he Belarus or Georgian?
Hey, Neil.
Or no, he's Mongolian, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Neil.
Yeah.
Did Brendan tell you get bathroom breaks? Because Brendan's not here tonight.
Go ahead, Neil. I'll cover this one.
He did not.
Chris doesn't make the rules either. Don't worry.
I'm just chill.
I know he's kidding with me. I was gonna try to wait until the commercial break. I probably can, honestly.
No, don't burst.
It's not an emergency.
Dude, go pee. What the fuck's wrong with you?
No, it's fine.
Literally, no one's watching us right now.
I still like to take it somewhat seriously. It's a good point.
I'm just taking the piss about you taking the piss.
Yeah, taking the piss about taking the piss. I love it.
Tamawashi or Takayasu, he's not foreign. He's half. I think he's half something. He's Japanese though, but he's half something. All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Go for it, brother.
Do they never? Does the salt help with the traction or hurt? I wonder.
So the salt is actually to bless the ring.
No, I knew. I'm sorry.
It's like a cleansing
I knew
of the
it
ring.
wasn't to do that. I just meant like coincidentally, does it help or hurt with the traction? Because I would think it would either add or you'd slip, like one or the other.
Well, I mean, don't you put like salt under your tires like when it's icy out?
Yeah, but that's with ice. I figure on a hard dirt, doesn't it just roll? It's like that's some thick salt. I don't know.
I'm not sure. This is I think that's a Neil question.
Yeah, we'll wait till.
Definitely a Brendan question because he's actually like he built a doyo in his backyard.
You serious?
Yeah, he has like a whole one in fucking
Jeez.
Yeah, Brendan's crazy.
They got a lot of time upstate.
Well, yeah.
See, my commentary would be like, see, as you can tell, the gentleman on the right stomach is lifted higher, which is indicative of his.
That's my commentary.
See, I could just BS the whole thing as if it was real. You just have to tell me the names of the ranks. Oh, wow.
Here we go. And, yeah, we got old man kind of just... Ooh, we got a little bit of a stalemate.
Good burst.
Belt control.
The guy on the right just looks like he has better legs.
They're both pretty muscular. He is younger, though.
No, I just mean...
Right now, like his current position?
Yeah, like he looks like he has more of the leverage. He's lower...
you're talking about
the underhook on him, yeah.
Yeah.
Got the belt grab.
Yeah, Tucker. This is a pretty big stalemate. Takeyasu. Oh, losing balance. Takarafuji still really in it. We're just waiting for another burst of energy from one of these guys, but definitely the longest match tonight.
Oh, without question.
Yeah.
For a second.
Oh wow, we got a stall.
It's been stalled. It's been here for a minute.
Yeah. And no, it's not a freeze. It's actually
Our connection's great.
I think they had a match like this last tournament. Actually.
They did. I remember this. Yeah. I was just saying.
Takeyasu won.
I was just saying it's probably because their center of gravities are so similar to each other's. I see I see that a lot when you see wrestlers that are pretty much the same stature.
I was gonna say
and one of the reasons too is because Takeyasu has like kind of an aggressive brawling style, but he knows that Takarafuji is very good at stopping that.
He's a great counter. Yeah, he's a great counter throw. Yeah.
So he just settles in, and he's won historically in this position, even against Takarafuji. So if you can beat somebody at what they have to opt into doing because it's what they're strong at, that's really good for you.
Right. Do what the other guy's bad at, yeah.
Or what he's good at if you can still beat him at it.
Well, that's not, but I mean, like, fight your fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm surprised one of them hasn't tried, considering how much forward pressure they're each using. I'm surprised one guy hasn't just tried to step back.
Yeah, do a step back pull.
Just get him belly flop, yeah.
Honestly, little dangerous, because the other guy can just drive forward at that point.
Oh,
so it's really got to
be
if you have good
if you have good footwork,
they both do.
Yeah, it's
stamina and footwork.
Big push.
Ooh. But he's holding.
These guys are really. This is very contentious. I like this.
They're basically I like when they both saying.
Yeah, I like when the fights go a little bit longer. Oh man!
Man!
How did he save that?
That leg, dude.
But he also had another. So wait, if he can remove
with that capoeira move.
Wow! Something happened with his leg.
You think so?
Yeah. Something happened with his leg.
Right.
No, because something happened. Because he made a face when he hit, and he made a face when he went down.
He's moving all right.
I know something. I gotta see the replay, but something looked, something looked fucky. All right, let's watch this. Here we go. Oh, don't show us this. Wasn't anything great off the headbutts. I mean, as always.
Shoulder to shoulder.
I feel like Takarafuji gets fucking headbutted every tournament.
He does.
Like, he
He's
just
got the
takes it
forehead
to the
for it.
chops every fucking tournament. I thought we were about to see some balls. I thought that belt was coming off. I thought we were going to get a disrobing win.
We've never seen it yet.
Brendan has met. We talked about it last tournament. I think Brendan said that it is a rule though. If like their balls are showing, they lose. Yeah,
I looked it up the last time.
Oh
it
right,
happened,
yeah, that was
an article about it.
Yeah, it was a Jenkins CHANKO fact.
Yep. Yeah, it looked like Takarafuji had a pretty good position at the beginning, but he wasn't able to push it.
I thought right there was where he was going out, and then when he started hiking that belt up to his tits, though, that was pretty much all she wrote. But look at his legs right there.
Really
Did you see that?
Yeah, he did wince. I think he maybe winced because he just fell right on his stomach.
I know, but it was like it was how the it was the foot. It was just the foot. There was something weird with the. He said, "Do you think it was an emotion after the match?" Chris is an asswipe.
Maybe, maybe.
Sure, yeah, but I'm saying like there was something with that foot. I wish we could run our own fucking replay, but
it looks like a toe could have rolled under.
Yeah, toe, tweak of the ankle, like ligament. Something weird happened. Oh, we got Endo. Here we go.
Endo versus Myoguru. I'll give you my prediction for this match. Myoguru goes in hard and fast, and Endo exits the ring going backwards.
You think he might go end over Endo?
I don't know if he's gonna. I don't know if he's gonna go end over Endo, but he's gonna go backwards. I think.
This guy's a booger eater. Look at him. That's a booger eater face if I've ever seen one.
He's just a charge. He's just a charge. He's a Mongolian with a nice little charge.
Brendan always says that this guy looks like he just crammed like 6 crayons up his fucking nose.
Up his nose, yes. I've heard him say that before too.
Just the idea that that's what's going down. Here, see if that'll let you pop in.
Oh yeah, it's been about that long now. Let's see.
I don't love or hate Myoguru. He's fine.
Okay.
Went in?
He's a pretty run-of-the-mill pusher.
Oh, it already sent. It already sent.
I know. I'm queuing up again for 5 minutes from now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
He does have a good initial charge and push, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be a good fight. I'm excited to see.
But yeah, I predict Endo gets hit with a hard and fast charge and is exiting the ring.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful Stranger, we have not seen her yet.
Isn't she there?
No,
she's right
Ghost.
there.
No, that's Ghost Girl.
Oh. I don't know these internet memes about women that attend sumo matches, I guess.
Well, maybe you should get on your fucking shit, Neil. Stop being so about the goddamn sport, all right?
It's about the scene.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I haven't been looking at the chicks in the crowd.
I mean, I'm not going to say there's not
I'm just a sumo
beautiful
scenester.
Japanese women that exist, but it's usually I'm not railbirding the audience.
Yeah,
for...
me neither. I don't get drunk during these things and just. Well, the problem is they're all definitely some old guy's wife. Like,
probably.
Also, the masks.
That's why you got to look at the older ones, man.
Enigmatic.
Easy. Oh wait, is that beautiful straight? No, like right up front.
All right, here we go.
Oh yeah, here, Endo over Endo.
Guru on the right's gonna get his charge going. Endo's like, shoot, I don't want to put my fists down. This is gonna be rough.
Reset.
Who just reset? Oh, that false start. Or not a false start, but
just we can't communicate.
Is that like a baseball guy stepping out of the batter's box?
Kind of, yeah.
Yes.
He's like, fuck you.
Exactly what
100%. Great analogy.
Yep.
I wish they would not do the fists down anymore and do it like they did in the old days, where it's just like we both just go forward.
Oh, starting off with a hard headbutt from Endo.
Oh, wow!
See ya.
He sent him end over endo.
He did, really.
Thanks for coming out. Pack a big lunch,
God, that
bitch.
was terrible by Miyoguru. He just backed off. He went in.
You know what?
And then
I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I think it was a headbutt thing. And as much of a booger eater as Miyoguru is, fucking Endo's got that fucking forehead. We're going to go back to the replay right here. Boom.
Oh, it was. You're right.
He shivered him in the nose. I'm telling you, his eyes watered. He couldn't see. Tossed him on his fucking neck. What a great shot.
I'm surprised he didn't hurt his collarbone there. That was like he got tossed.
Yeah. Well, he is pretty
just
round.
Tried to
they roll.
deflect him too, but then he wasn't. He deflected him well, but instead of going right back on him, he paused and then Endo recovered. And
he fucking Steven Seagal flipped him.
Yeah,
I'm actually surprised he was
Endo's
able to
a good
technician
technician when he can get into a stable match.
I don't mind
or have you off balance.
I've never minded Endo. Me and Brendan have had this conversation.
Who lost there, Endo?
No, Endo fucking threw the other guy.
The other guy who lost, I got to give him credit for. In the replay, it looked like he was actually going to get thrown on his face, and he body control kind of flipped in midair to save his own. You
gotta understand, these guys are We were talking about this earlier before you got back in, but I mean, it's these guys are so fucking agile for as big as they are.
Oh yeah,
like it's just so impressive.
Yeah, you missed one where Aoyama actually looked extremely good.
Danny looked like he weighed 100 pounds tonight, which is insane.
Yeah, he really did.
You know Danny, the guy we call Boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did very well tonight. He basically had like a really good pushing attack going, and then the guy kind of was going to halt him at the edge, so then he pulled, but then the guy kind of stopped himself, but then Aoyama was already behind him and then just pushed him out from his back out. And that was in like 5 seconds.
We got Okanui versus Kiribayama.
Yeah. Kiribayama, new Sanyaku man this tournament, and the first foreign-born Sanyaku since Kaisei back in 2016. Had Teruno Fuji last night, didn't give him a free win, but
definitely. He didn't. Yeah, no, he had
gave him a run for his money last night.
Yeah, that was actually not a bad fight last night.
Yeah, Kiribayama looked good. I think he could be actually pretty good. He's one of the people that I have higher hopes for than a lot of people of who's in. I think he could probably make Ozeki. I don't think he's ever going to be Yokozuna, but I think he could make Ozeki at some point.
I think that's fair.
It'd be nice to have a stable Ozeki that always puts up 10, 11 wins or even contends for the Yusho, but we haven't really had that in a while. As much as Brendan's gotten me to like Shodai, he's inconsistent at best. Takakeisho, injury problems, and just a one-dimensional style doesn't really excite me. Asano Yama, I mean, he had the COVID issues. He was really probably the most promising Ozeki we've had in a few years, and he's defunct.
And yeah, very quickly, I just got to do some housekeeping stuff. If you are watching on YouTube, thank you for coming and hanging out with us tonight. I'm Zach Petrovich. We're here with Neil Jenkins. We're doing some English commentary for day 2 of our Basho 2001. Is it which Basho is this, Neil? You know more than I do.
It's the Kyushu Basho in Fukuoka. First tournament outside Tokyo in 2 years. Road trip.
Nice.
Fukuoka, isn't that like a...
It's a place, yeah.
No, yes, but I'm thinking that's not where the thing was it?
That's where this one is, yeah.
No, I meant like the thing.
What thing? No, asshole.
The fucking power plant.
Oh,
Fukushima. That's
Fukushima.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
Fukushima Daiichi.
I
was like, wow, that seems kind of fast for the cleanup.
When you said thing, I thought you meant like World War II thing.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, what are you doing?
I only thought of that after the fact, and I was like, well, that could be a nice little double layer. For
you idiot. All right, here we go. Fight. Oh,
Okonomi.
Quick frontal push out.
Wow.
He's not taking any shit from anyone, especially being 0-1. I don't blame him.
Dang, that was unfortunate for Kiribayama there. Okonomi known a little more for settling down and getting a nice throw position, and he just had a charge on him, and there was no resistance.
And like I said, real quick, we didn't want to miss anything from the fight. But real quick, welcome to Ruckus Fights NYC. You guys are watching us right now live. As I said, I'm Zach Petrovich. This is Neil Jenkins joining me tonight as our guest host. And we're also brought to you by Rare Air Live. Rare Air Live Productions, Chris Rinchick, in the house, our wonderful producer. If you guys are just finding us now, thanks for coming in. Thanks for finding us. You can check us out online at ruckusfightsnyc.com. We'll be covering other sports other than sumo, but right now we're doing the 15-day Basho right now. And yeah, just some housekeeping stuff. Just thought we'd let you guys know. If you guys are in the chat for YouTube, say hey. We'll fucking interact with you. That's kind of what we do. Other than that, we got some.
Yeah, if you got a pick for either Basho winner or, more interestingly, I think double-digit wins for this tournament.
Yeah, drop that.
Give us who you think.
Yeah, drop that in our chat, and yeah, we'd love to hear from you. Other than that, I also so right now who we got? It's gonna be Mitaki and Takanosho, right? Yeah, Mitaki and Takanosho, but he is here today. He did show.
True.
And this is the part where they turn their backs to each other and try to do exactly what the other guy does.
Yes.
Without looking at each other.
It's going to be big belly boys trying to push each other out. Mitaki Yumi's won the last 3.
Right here is, I'm saying, they're trying to mirror each other without looking at each other, and whoever does a better job actually gets points. Right, Neil? Isn't that how this sport works?
Maybe style points.
Yeah.
But they got similar Mawashi colors too. I was gonna say I usually like Mitaki Yumi's Mawashi colors. He'll bust out pink once in a while. He's been a salmon guy before. He's got that nice burnt orange tonight.
And we got the ruby red over here on Takanosho. So
yes, sir.
We'll see
Takakesho's underling.
Yes. Also a guy who looks like he shoves crayons in his fucking nose.
I'd like to take this moment to congratulate ourselves for getting to 10 subscribers. That's a big milestone.
We're at 10 on the new channel?
Big milestone.
Big milestone. Did we just get a new one?
Maybe we can get this up to another power of magnitude of 200.
I subscribed, you idiot. I just found the channel yesterday.
Nine's big.
Ooh,
Nine's
Takanosho's got a fucking zit on his gut. You see that?
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
Mitaki Yumi's won the last 3 matches between these two, and obviously has the more storied career, extremely stable, basically a Sanyaku mainstay. He's now 3rd all-time, I believe, with the most tournaments in Sanyaku, so just above Maegashira and below Ozeki Yokozuna.
We're down to the last 5 fights.
Yes.
Wow, man, these start, like, after day 1, I feel like they just go so fucking fast.
How is that possible?
I know.
Ryan.
Yeah. It's because we have daylight savings time and they don't. Brendan keeps telling you 3 to 5.
No, it's 2 to 4.
But, like, last night, remember, you were like, oh, I thought it goes till 5. It's because Brendan doesn't understand that daylight savings time's a thing, and he's, like, still living an hour behind everybody.
The other thing, too, is the matches will slow down. They're very, like...
Well, as people get burnt out, yeah.
They're calculating about hitting their TV times over there, too. They're really good with allotting time. Like, basically, someone will give them a signal when it's time to stop throwing salt, moving back and forth, chilling, and it's like, okay, now you guys are going to go.
Right, yeah. Oh, so like, they're kind of
like
directed.
Producing, like Chris.
That's
does.
fun. Well, yeah. Also, if you're watching on the Levy Land channel, thanks for tuning in. But you can go watch us over at Ruckus Fights NYC. I'm going to throw that in the chat for you guys right now. Oh, we're putting it in the description, actually. Chris is taking care of that. Thanks for tuning in. We're still looking for Michael Parker, our wonderful friend Michael Parker, who was with us for most of the tournament last time, who may or may not actually be the girl I'm seeing. We still haven't figured out if it's an alias, and this is how she spies on me when she's like, where the fuck are you?
There was also a kind gentleman from India that was watching on the Levi Land channel the other time.
Yeah. You guys had a couple more because I was in early, and then I couldn't make it to a lot of the broadcasts afterward because my filming schedule got crazy. But c'est la vie, c'est la vie.
Yeah, I've always been a big Mitaki Yumi fan. I enjoy when he performs well. I get frustrated when he performs lackadaisically. And, I mean, I think he has the skill to be one of the best, to be a bar setter, and in a way he is, because he camps out at Sanyaku, which is very impressive to have 17 career tournaments. He has more career tournaments in the Sanyaku ranks, Sekiwake Komasubi, than as a Maegashira wrestler.
Yes.
And he's still young. I mean, he's, I think, maybe 28.
Yeah.
No, 28, 29.
This is Takanosho or Mitake Yumi?
Yeah. Mitake Yumi. Here we go.
And good recovery. And we're back to center.
Yeah, this is good for Mitake Yumi. Great position.
And he was, in fact, a Takanosho. Good job. Good job to Mitake Yumi. I love the guy. I won't
say it was a Takanosho. He had a really good push at the beginning. He just couldn't finish.
Yeah, but he got thrown out of the ring, so it's funny to make fun of his name, Neil.
That is true. That is true. But
that's my job.
when he gets thrown out with no resistance, he's a Takanosho.
No,
right?
he loses. He's a Takanosho. That's I play fast and loose with my definitions here.
Him winning was a Taka-no-go.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
All right, what are you smarter than me? What are you funny? You know words or something? No, I'm kidding. I'm fucking
banter.
This is banter. I don't have Brendan to slap me down tonight.
No, dude, you're doing great. We're having fun.
I'm having fun. I am having a good time, man. I love it. I love doing this podcast. It's fun. I just, I really want it to catch on. I hope people like what we're doing, and we're doing it for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, this has been great. Mitake Yumi looks pretty decent this tournament, so we'll see. I mean, he'll probably hit 8-9 wins and then just roll over and like he usually does. I would not pick him for double-digit wins.
Mitake
even though I think he's great. He's probably better than 95% of the other people, but him getting 10 wins is not a usual thing, sadly. He's like, 9's good. I like 9.
By the way, if you're the person watching this on the Rare Air Live Facebook page right now, leave me a comment. I'd love to know who's watching this live right now because I don't announce this on Facebook, so that'd be pretty cool.
Oh, that's so funny. You mean they just happened to find it? That's so funny.
Well, it's one of my followers.
Oh, and we got Wakataka Kage versus Meisei.
Yes, and sir. Neil, Sekiwake Meisei.
Now, Neil, you're not a naysayer for Meisei here. You actually a big fan of Meisei, correct?
I'm a yay-sayer, yeah.
He's a yay-sayer.
Brendan really got me on board. I did not think I won't say I didn't think he had much potential, but when younger guys were coming up, I kind of picked Nishikigi and Yutakayama to be more promising than him, but I've been dead wrong. I'm okay with admitting that. Meisei's been fantastic. He has a lot of grit. He can take a lot of punishment and still have chances in matches. He's not an easy win.
You think he's a double-digit guy this tournament?
Tough to say. He was at Sanyaku last time, and he still is. I believe he had a 9-win tournament last time. Maybe 8. I think 9. I don't know double-digit.
Have these two ever fought?
8 and 7, actually. Have they ever fought? I would assume yes, but probably only once or twice. Okay, 4 times, 2-2. 2-2 record. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool.
They both want some wins. I mean, Wakataka Kage is fighting at M1, and that's a brutal rank. Maegashira 1 is a rank that a lot of people think is one of the least enviable because...
Well, it's hard to hold, and it's also, really hard... really hard fights.
Little reward for having it. You're basically right below the best people, so you have to fight all of them, and then... people that maybe were up there but had a bad tournament or an injury are floating between 4 and 6 Maegashira. You're fighting them too. So it's a Mr. No Days Off kind of rank.
Yeah. It's kind of like being a substitute shop teacher, you know?
Sure. Well, the floater sub is tough. When you're not a sub that's nailed down to a subject even, it's like you're the shop guy, but sometimes they have to do home ec.
So all of a sudden you're in gym. But you
you're in gym, you're in English lit or something last minute because someone's car broke down.
But you have a degree in computer science and you still live with your mother. You don't know how it happened. Yeah, it's tough.
That's too real. But yeah, he's been at Wakataka Kage's been at Maegashira 1. It looks like one other time, 9 and 6 Ginsho Technique Prize in May, but then had a 5 and 10 tournament at Komasubi, and then last time 9 and 6, and now he's back at Maegashira 1. So he's had a pretty good year.
You do know he's cousin to famous rapper Waka Flocka Flame.
Yeah, and he's got brothers Wakamoto Haru and Waka. Oh man, what's the other one? Waka Takamoto and Wakamoto Haru are his brothers.
Now you're actually being serious, correct?
I am actually being serious. And they're both sumo wrestlers.
Not just talking out of your ass like I do.
No, but it's cute because you say that, but then actually there's people with similar monikers
the whole
that
family
exist.
has Waka Kaga. That's so funny.
Yeah.
All right. This Gyoji looks like he fell asleep.
He did.
He's out cold right now.
He's got Christmas colors on.
Yeah. And here we go.
I got Meisei here.
Oh, and we're in. Oh, full start.
Meisei wanted to start, and Wakataka Kage wanted to think about how he was gonna
maybe
not get pushed out viciously.
We got a saying. We got a saying in my family. It's called "shit or get off the pot," there, buddy.
Yeah.
No, I know.
He's in the kind of position here where if he gets caught, he's kind of done because Meisei is a lot more powerful.
No, I understand. I'm just saying it. I'm being a meathead. Oh, good footwork by both guys. Very impressive.
Really good.
Almost a slap down.
Oh man!
Wakataka Kage
Meisei lost his footing.
Well,
dang, that sucks. That could have been an amazing match. It still wasn't bad, but
that was tough.
They call that a slippy toshi.
Is that true? Is that true? Or you
no, it's not true.
Someone just said that. Is that what someone just said? I saw it.
No, sometimes they just call it a slap down, honestly. When there's like a little accident like that, they usually call it a slap down. Yeah, Slippy Toshi. I knew you would like that one. That's a good line for you to employ.
Yeah, that's gonna be in the new that's gonna be in the CHANKO vocab forever. Slippy Toshi.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Now, Chris asked a question when you were off taking a piss. The salt. Do you think it helps with traction?
Some people have said stuff like that before. I don't. I
just know it's to cleanse the ring, right? It's to cleanse the ring, right? It's a ceremonial thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah. The spirits were purifying the spirits of battle that are created.
Right. Yeah, I understood it as
positive.
That's what I understood it as. And once again, just shout outs to anyone who's watching on YouTube. If you guys want to hop in the chat, tell us who you think your picks are for this tournament, who you think your top 3 guys are going to be, and who you think is going to get into double digits. Once again, I'm Zach Petrovich here with Ruckus Fights NYC. Thanks for tuning in tonight. I'm here with Neil Jenkins. Neil, say hey again.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Neil's smart, I'm dumb, and we're watching some sumo, so we hope you enjoy. We're doing some English commentary. We've done day 1. You can find that on our channel. We're going to try to get as many days as we can, stay up to date for you guys. Like I said, if you guys are watching on YouTube, hop in that chat. We'll talk to you guys. We got a few fights left for tonight, and then we're going to do a post show on the same stream. So stick around, hang out, talk to us, and we'll answer any questions you have as best as we can. And we'll talk about some other stuff that's coming up on the Ruckus Fights calendar this year. All right, next fight, we got Shodai versus Ichinojo.
Yes, sir. Sekiwake Ichinojo against the Ozaki Shodai. Ichinojo been doing well lately.
And Shodai's Elvis. Am I right?
He kind of is.
Is this my guy?
Is
this no? Wait, where's the guy?
No.
Who am I thinking of?
It's not Takakeisho.
It's Takakeisho. Yeah. I just know I gotta sing his we gotta sing his I know you hate Takakeisho, it's so funny.
Oh no show is gonna be against Takakeisho and
Oh no show.
Yeah. Shodai only has 3 wins in 10 tries against Ichinojo, so Ichinojo's recently married and seems to be locking in.
Can he have
to
kids?
Try to get some envelopes for him and wife.
Can they have kids?
Yeah, they can.
So they can get married, they can have kids. How do they meet a wife? Is it an arranged marriage thing, or what's the deal?
I don't think it's arranged. It's probably, the usual. Probably go out, have some drinks. There's probably little parties, sumo parties and stuff like that. I'd say it's probably usually the regular way. Add in some work-related functions that are more like maybe charity work.
Because to my understanding, they do live a pretty solitary life. Like, I know they go out and get like blasted occasionally, but
yeah.
Well,
like I said, that Christmas, like for example, that Christmas tournament I was talking about, that's sponsored by like that department store, or the TV people and stuff. There's got to be some parties and little pressers and stuff related to things like that. So also they go on the provincial tours. I feel like provincial tours is a good time to be out meeting people.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I mean they definitely. I mean I know that they obviously make public appearances, and I'm sure that I just, it's like kind of like how does a celebrity get hooked up with like a civilian? You know what I mean? It's like one of those.
I don't
things.
know.
Yeah, like you know what I mean?
I'm not that famous.
Not yet, but we're gonna be.
People know
because
me for
of
chocolate pancakes
CHANKO.
and dungeon mastering, and that's about it.
Chocolate pancake? What are you famous for? Chocolate pancakes? How'd you get famous for chocolate pancakes?
Making them.
Oh well, I didn't think it was shoving them up your ass, Neil.
But yeah, it's interesting. Ichinojo's always been criticized as being lackadaisical as well, kind of has how I hinted Mitake Yumi was, but maybe the new marriage and stuff, he wants some more, financial security and repute around his career heading into the later stages of it. And, motivation is pretty big. I mean,
yeah, no, I get that, man. I mean, it's like there's a famous quote from James Braddock, Jimmy Braddock. He was a heavyweight champion back in like the 40s during the Depression. And before the Depression, he was a champion, and then after the Depression, he came out of retirement, and he was like an older guy, and he ended up fighting Max Baer for the title and winning. And one of his like big quotes was, it was at a press conference. He's like, Jimmy, you fought for the title 1,000 times, blah, 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 this, blah, blah, that. What are you fighting for this time? And he goes, milk, because he just needed to feed his family. Like he had no money. Like he trained, he trained on like no money. He had to go, and when he won the championship, he paid back every cent he made to the welfare office, which is wild to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy, dude.
Cinderella Man, Jimmy Braddock. Great movie called The Cinderella Man. It's one of Russell Crowe's best movies, I would say. Paul Giamatti plays his trainer.
That's interesting. Like, did he just get to fight people for real? Like he's used to fight people for real, so he got to pretend to fight people in that movie.
Who?
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe's an actor.
Yeah, he was notorious for beating the shit out of people like all over the world.
Really?
South Park even made a show making fun of it.
I don't know if that's true.
It's absolutely true.
All right, that's going to be some post-show stuff. If you are watching,
kind of how you just alluded to the motivation of like, oh, I'll get to it after this.
Wait, yeah, here we go. All right, and he's out from push.
Ooh. Shodai, wham bam.
When we go for our break. In between, because we only got 2 more fights. Real quick, if you're watching on the Levy Land YouTube, that's awesome. Thanks for watching us in any facet. If you look in the description, though, you can actually go over to our dedicated Ruckus Fights NYC channel. We'd love to see you over there. Levy Land will be getting shut down after day 5. So just a heads up, if you want to watch us, it's definitely a better place to watch us.
Or at least repurposed.
We'll figure it out. We're trying to figure everything out right now, but we don't want to lose our subscribers that we got from last time.
Speaking of which, check out the actual show Levy Land, which I used to produce, which can be found, search for Levy Land. Very funny Bob Levy.
Unlimited Billy, I saw that you just hold on, we got someone in the live chat, which is always fun. Unlimited Billy, it'd be tricky for them since they can't use social media. Give us some context on that. I didn't see it on.
He means for meeting a
dating.
Woman.
Dating. Yeah, that's
meeting
probably.
A mate.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you could definitely. I mean, yeah, but they go to bars and stuff, and they're famous, so I'm sure that helps. But yeah.
But I get what he means
No,
nowadays,
100%.
especially in the current conditions.
Tucker K Show. Wise men say only fools rush in, or I can't help Taka Keisho, a.k.a. Sumo Elvis. Let's go, baby. Against No Show. World-class booger.
Yeah, if No-Show gets into a good position, Taka Keisho will likely try to pull like he did last night. But I don't know if No-Show will get into a good position.
You know, I have high hopes for my boy. I told you last night, I say Taka Keisho for fucking president.
Sad.
I know you hate him. I don't care. Look at those sideburns.
I mean, I don't hate anybody, really, but just not a fan of one-dimensional sumo.
Yeah, well, I'm a fan of those sideburns, and I'm a fan of a short, round dude. You know, not, that's going to be a tough soundbite to erase.
He means Santa.
Rotund. Yeah. Wasn't that the word we used? Rotund?
Yes, rotund. Yeah, one thing I was kind of saying when we were talking about the competitive or the motivation aspect, I enjoy, like, I've never been a professional at anything, but I've played card games at, you know, a reasonably high level many times.
Like poker or like
Magic, Magic the Gathering.
Oh, okay, cool, yeah.
And I'm not a very competitive person. It's not that I don't like to win, and I'm not uncompetitive in the fact where I like to have good games and I like to play well, but to me, having a good match is more important than winning. It's not like I'll let up to make the game be more exciting, but I enjoy making a good game more than I enjoy just winning. And maybe for some of these guys too, like Ichinojo or some of the guys were saying are lackadaisical, they enjoy competing and doing their best, but they're not like, I have to win no matter what, where some of these guys really are. Obviously, most athletes and competitors are like that.
Isn't Endo the guy that kind of gives up sometimes? Like, if he doesn't...
Yep.
I think that'd be safe to say about him.
Sure.
Like, that's a good example of that kind of mentality. So, like I said, we got Taka Keisho and we got a No Show coming up next, right?
Yeah, 2 more fights, right?
Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Neil, what I'll have you do is send me a good photo of you to use for when we can't have you on video. I'll at least get your picture up there with your name, and if you want any like social media or some such, you know.
Okay.
Because eventually we're gonna have the social media for the whole, you know, for Ruckus, for Rare Air, you know, for each of the guys, kind of flashing up onto the screen.
Oh, that's cool.
Should be. I just need to take some time to get the graphics.
Yeah, Levyland is where we're getting most of our people. So thanks for watching on Levyland, I guess. But
I did put the link in the description.
Yeah, link is in the description if you guys want to switch over. It's a simulcast right now. That way you can follow the Ruckus Fights NYC. Like I said, we're covering Sumo for the next 15 days. But when Sumo's off, we cover other stuff like Lethway, which is a little bit more of a hardcore version of Muay Thai. I believe it's Filipino. Like I said, Calicio Storico Differenzi, which is an Italian gladiator game that they play once every 4 years. We're going to be going over last year's tournament pretty soon. And some other stuff, too. We'll be covering Tommy Fury versus Jake Paul, which, I mean, I'm an actual boxer, so dealing with that is... that's going to be a fun live stream. We're probably going to do that on our Patreon. And you can always go to ruckusfightsnyc.com, and you guys can throw some stuff in our tip jar if you like what we were doing. We're also simulcasting to that as well. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll be here for the next 15 days. We're crushing it. Oh, and here we go, right off the bat.
Nice.
Oh, Taka Keisho, good front pushes, and he's out.
Yeah.
And on his ass. All right.
It gets the
no favorable
down.
Position for No Show. Not going to say I thought that would happen, but yeah.
I'm pretty happy with everything that happened.
I am not. I'm sad.
Well, cry about it. I love it, baby. We got Taka Keisho 2-0. Moving on. Zachy P's happy.
Darn. I'm always rooting for the 0-15 for Taka Keisho, but not going to get it this time.
And shout out real quick. Shout out to Pittsburgh's own Oleg Dunvin for winning the ABF, I believe, welterweight title last night in Pittsburgh.
Wow.
A good friend of mine used to fight with me at Congrab Boxing Club. Shout out to those guys. You can also listen to Mike McSorley and the Pittsburgh Luchador on iHeartRadio. They have They have an AM morning show talking all about boxing in the area, boxing in the country, and what's going on in the sport today. So big shout out to Congrab Boxing Club. Those guys are fantastic. I love those guys. If you're looking for anything else, you can find them on Instagram at Congrab Boxing Club. And you can also follow Oleg Dunvin at Ukrainian Pitbull. Yeah. Big shout out to my people out in Pittsburgh. Big fan of those guys, man. They one of these days we'll get them to pipe in for one of these. Maybe when we cover one of the boxing matches coming up, but should be fun. We'll get them for like a Patreon episode. So yeah, big fan of Takakesho. I don't know, not mad about it.
Yeah, I don't know. Only pushing, only staying low, just a little boring to me. But hey, if it gets the job done for him, it gets the job done for him.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And right now we got our main event with future Yokozuna Teruno Fuji against Daisho.
Not future, current Yokozuna.
Oh, right, that's right. I keep forgetting Hakuho's gone.
Well, he would have been a Yokozuna even if Hakuho was still there.
Oh, really? But he got promoted when Hakuho left, though, right? So he
got promoted and he lost fighting Hakuho, but he still got promoted.
Right, yeah.
And then Hakuho's gone. He was a new Ozeki last tournament and won. And actually, Daisho is one of the few guys that's beaten him this year.
Right, yeah. Daisho, and then someone else had a pretty big win against. Someone had a big win against Hakuho that fought on the tournament tonight. Because they were talking about it in one of the chats.
Hakuho had a 15-0 for his last tournament, but he did definitely lose to somebody earlier this year. A couple times, actually. I think he had 3 losses in like one of the tournaments. He was out for a very long time though. But yeah, Daisho beat Teruno Fuji last tournament.
Once again, we got the Japanese Zamboni guys.
Teruno Fuji definitely looking very good. Really wants to put on a good show now that he's the only Yokozuna. It's very important.
But can we agree he is kind of boring?
Teruno Fuji?
Yeah.
Is boring?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I mean, like, I never really see any pizzazz in this man's game. It
Dude,
always seems
are you kidding me? He's a monster. He grabs you, he locks you up, he throws you around.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It just feels like it's too easy for him. I don't like that.
Dude,
I never see him.
He's a fear. He's a bad mama jamma, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I want to see some competition.
It's not his fault people can't get to his level.
Yeah, but he couldn't. But when he fights Hakuho, or at least when he fought Hakuho, it was like such a fucking.
He looked all right. He gave him a run for his money there. Hakuho was definitely not thinking that was an assured win.
Nah, I know, but
he screamed in joy when he won. So I mean,
I don't know.
Last time Teruno Fuji won 13-2, lost to Daisho and Meisei. So tournament before that, 14-1, lost to Hakuho on the final day. Mm-hmm. Tournament before that, 12-3, lost to Myoguru, Endo, and Takakesho.
Right. Yeah, well, like I said,
he's had quite the year.
What do we got? Oh yeah.
3 championships.
How much we want to bet it's a Hanka?
I'm trying to spam it.
No
too hard,
way. Daisho's not going to Hanka, and Teruno Fuji's definitely not going to. Even though I have seen Teruno Fuji Hanka before.
All right, let's take a side bet. How much you think? How much you think Terunofuji hankers the fuck out of him?
No way, dude. No way.
How much you want to bet? I'll put 20 on it right now. I'll put 20 on it right now.
Sacrilegious.
I'll put 20 on it right now.
A Yokozuna hanking is just not.
What's hanking?
It's not happening.
What does that mean?
Moving out of the way. The kind of like you pretend you're gonna start and then you sidestep.
Sure.
Okay.
That's a hanka. Here we go, baby. Daisho's chugging along. He's trying.
Oh my god.
He's pushing. He's got a good position.
Oh!
My god.
Terunofuji is boring.
Terunofuji must have heard me bitching about him because that was dope.
Yeah. He said, "All right, Zach, I'm gonna go to the hay bales.
I need new
He's
pants.
One of the best pushers in the whole division. He's looking great. He's looking great. Wait, I'm back in, and I'm gonna throw him.
I need to shit my. I need new pants. I need new pants.
We need to see that again.
That was out of fucking control.
Daisho looked very good there. Amazing sumo by Terunofuji.
Oh my god, that was out of fucking control. I can't even believe that right now. What? Take some fucking
power sumo at its finest. Power sumo at its finest. Bam. Even start. Daisho's really got a good position for some pushing. He's getting swatted off a bit. Terunofuji looks to go forward. Daisho counters, goes forward again. A little bit of sidestepping. Bam. This looks great. He's in. He's got the grip.
And then here we go with the hip.
Yeah, it
just throws it.
That's got to be so frustrating. Oh. You got so close.
Yeah, it's tough
to get that close.
Yeah. So that's the end of coverage for day 2 as far as fights go. What we're going to do is we're going to take a short 5-minute break on the stream, so just hang with us, and then we're gonna leave it up. Yeah. So if you guys are still hanging with us, you can hang out with us. Go get your bathroom breaks. And, go smoke your marijuana and drink your gin and tonica.
Neil will again be audible, so Neil, you can decide if you want to chat or not. There.
Yeah, Neil, if you want to go over stats from tonight or anything, any kind of wrap up stuff you want to do real quick on the technical side, because I have to piss like a racehorse and change my pants because that was such a big fucking win.
Yeah, absolutely. So I can talk with the chat if they want to say anything, and awesome. Yeah, we'll see you guys in a bit.
I would pull up Levyland and pull up Ruckus fights if that's possible for you guys, because I think one of our other things are there's more people on our Levyland right now. Like I said, if you're watching on the Levyland, we have the link to our dedicated YouTube. We would love you guys to start going over there. We're happy you're watching either way, but if you guys could go to the dedicated YouTube on Ruckus Fights NYC, it's right in the description. You just got to click and it'll take you right there. Thanks guys so much. I'm Zach Bedford signing off for the next 5 minutes, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk all stuff Ruckus Fights. We're going to talk the night of the fights with here Neil Jenkins, and we'll be taking questions from your chat. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys soon.
All right. If anyone's in the chat, I'd love to hear your take on tonight's fights. What was your favorite? I'm sure there's one or two obvious picks. Recency bias, probably Terunofuji's fight was amazing. Who do you got for double-digit wins this tournament? I'd love to hear it. Not just tournament winner, but double-digit wins. I'm picking Abi and Hokuto Fuji due to their fighting at low ranks, and then the Yokozuna, easy pick for double-digit ranks or double-digit wins for me. I believe Zach said Takakeisho last night, even before his first match. Zach thought Takakeisho is probably going to get double-digit wins, and I think Brendan Eichels, our other colleague, hopped on board. Let's see who we have at 2-0 so far this tournament. We have at 2-0 so far Sada Naomi, Abi, Hokuto Fuji, Aoyama, who looked amazing tonight, Ura, Chiyoshoma, Mr. Hanka himself. Takayasu, the veteran and former Ozeki man at Maegashira 5, 2-0 so far. Mitaka Yumi, the forever Sanyaku, 2-0. And we have Taka Keisho, 2-0, the Ozeki hanging strong. And then Yokozuna Terno Fuji flirting with defeat against Daisho, but showing dominance once again to get the win. Let us see. Let us see. Most interesting technique tonight, maybe the Tsukinage win for Terno Fuji. Shitate Dashinagi win for Takayasu over Takara Fuji in that long standoff match. That was an interesting match too. Probably top 3 matches tonight. Terno Fuji, Takara Fuji, Takayasu, and then I'd probably say my favorite match other than that was Aoyama. Aoyama was very impressive tonight, being able to pivot 3 times in one match to put up offensive techniques 3 ways is extremely rare skill. Ooh, here's the replay from this. Daisho has such a good position here with that outside grip. And then he goes for the inside, but Terno Fuji just gets his own and takes that momentum and flips him around. What rank's Daisho fighting at? I think he's out of Sanyaku. He's probably M1, right? Yeah, he's M1. 10-5 with an outstanding performance last time at M4. He was Komusubi this year. Yeah, he had a tournament win this year. We always gloss over that, but he won a tournament at Maegashira 1 in January. 13-2, outstanding performance in the Ginsho Technique Prize. Then as Komusubi, 8-7, had a 6-9 in May, 5-10 in July for his black mark on the year. Then 10-5 with an outstanding performance in September, and then almost beat Terno Fuji for the 2nd tournament in a row. Yeah, I don't know. Like, Daisho is somebody we gloss over, I think. Unfortunately. Me too. I don't ever mention him enough. Like, I always forget he won a tournament this year. I mean, his Makauchi record is positive by 1 match. I guess now it's actually 249 and 249. 93, so it's not super young, but not that old either. 28, still young enough. I don't know. I think Daisho is slept on, honestly, especially by me. I never give him enough credit. Keisho, yeah, he looks good. Maybe he's finally healthy. There's the 2 win guys. They're showing him now, too. So far, everybody I picked for double-digit wins is 2-0, so I'm happy about that, I guess. Something we didn't mention earlier, Hokuseiho, the very promising young man making his Juryo debut. He had 1 match, lost, and then pulled out of the tournament. Nobody knows why yet. We might have an injury update on Hokuseiho for you guys tomorrow. It's kind of unfortunate. 6'7", 375. Very promising wrestler out of Hakuho's stable. Really had high hopes for seeing him do well this tournament. He's been a wrecking ball on his rise so far. 20 years old. Just unbelievable size. Has Hakuho as one of his coaches, but out for injury. Again, we at Ruckus Fights really appreciate all you guys being here tonight.
But yeah, more cooking streams in the future.
Here we go. Some guys going for a walk now.
So this didn't used to be blocked off. And since it has been, it's fully gotten overgrown.
This is apparently some guy's walking stream that got hosted with the feed we're using to feed the broadcast. Hilarious late night CHANKO dirty secret.
Since the last time.
Guy's got his mask on, going out for a walk in Hong Kong, it looks like.
I do miss them though. Oh, we got a.
But yeah, Daisho, Otikaze Beya. Let's see, they have Endo, Tobizaru, and then Daisho fighting out of their stable. So they're a pretty powerhouse. And then they got 4 people in Juryo, some of the most seasoned guys that are currently in Juryo. Sugigisho, Dayamami, Daishomaru, and Daishoho all have been in Makauchi before. And it looks like their next highest is a guy in Makushita, Daikisho, and then 6 people in Sandaime. Wow. 3 Joninan, 2 Jonakuchi, but they're a very top-heavy stable. That's a big stable to have all those guys so competitive. I wonder.
Oreo flavored popcorn. It was
wow, their master is only a Maegashira too. Daisho Yama was his ring name. Never even heard of him. Let's see what he looks like. 266 and 252 lifetime. Daisho Yama. Daisho Yama Naoki. Never heard of him. He's 55. He had a Fighting Spirit Prize and a 12-3 record and was runner-up of a tournament in '93. Looks like he didn't have a very long career, at least in Makauchi.
This camera, it's hard to see. It's such wide angle.
8,
but I live like
14, 16, 22 tournaments in the top division, so about a 4-year span. Not terrible. I mean, it's just interesting. He's master of such a good stable. He really has carved a niche for himself as a pretty good teacher, I guess.
Midnight Agent, thank you. Got it, man, thank you. Everybody, thank you for all the new follows. Very kind. But we're gonna continue around to the waterfront and then walk along the path there.
This guy's having quite an interesting walk here.
Actually cut back around.
Yeah, it Otikaze Beya. Really good swath of guys.
Someone wake up
interesting.
Jody. She's probably getting some well-needed sleep.
Sugigisho lost today to Shohozan. He appeared here from Juryo. Let's take a look at Juryo, actually. I would put it up on the stream if I could. Juryo rankings. I can link them in chat, though, actually. That's probably a good idea. If anybody wants to look along with me at the Juryo standings. I'm linking them now. All right, there we go. Linking the Juryo matches from today in chat. So fighting in Juryo or Makushita one was Joe Kuryu. So he got brought up to fill the spot that was needed from Sugigisho coming. And he was defeated by Kotu Kuzan, who's 2-0 now in Juryo. Let's look at Kotu Kuzan. I wonder how old he is. I've never heard of him before. 94. Looks like a pusher.
Eastern part of Hong Kong territories.
Kota Kuzan. Has he ever been in Juryo before?
My biggest fan, come on.
Yeah, it looks like he has been in Juryo before once at least.
Maybe she is. I don't know. That's
last 6 tournaments, mostly in Makashita, had 1 in Juryo. He's in the same stable as Wakamoto Haru and Wakataka Kage. Interesting. So that's Kota Kuzan. Then we had Kyoku Shuho against Hirda Umi. Asano Waka against Hokuseihu, who pulled out of the tournament. So that was a Fusen walkover win. Enho got a win today against Azumaru. Both of them have been in the top division before. Enho's all the way down at Juryo 11, actually. Had a rough year. Had a 9-6 at Juryo towards the beginning of the year. Just injury plagued this year. Pull out of January, 9-6 in March, 5-10 in May, 4-11 in July. Had the COVID pull out with the rest of the stable in September, and then 1-1 so far at Juryo 11. People would definitely expect Enho to be able to overcome Juryo 11 and probably put at least 9-10 wins down.
Whilst I was still living over there.
Yago against Kokitaise. Yago wins. You're both at 1-1. Matoryu against Chirinoumi. Chirinoumi wins. Matoryu at 0-2. Midori Fuji from the same stable as Terano Fuji. He loses to Dai Shoho. They're both at 1-1. Oho. I've never heard of Oho before. He beats Tokashoryu, former Yusho winner, who's 0-2 at Juryo 6. Tokashoryu probably not long for this world. I mean, he won a Yusho. He really has nothing left to prove. Good career, won a Yusho, pulled out a miracle. Good for him. Okay, Oho, 21 years old. Fighting out of Otake-beya. Otake-beya looks like he's the highest ranker in Otake-beya. Dairyu, who achieved Juryo 4, is their master. So yeah, Juryo 7, he's their highest. He's 21. So he's carrying the hopes of Otake-beya on his shoulders. He's a Superman Oshi pusher.
Which is really good.
2-0. Kota Shoho beats Nishikigi. I used to think Nishikigi could have a promising career, but he's really stewed a bit in Juryo. Kota Shoho has been in Makauchi before. He's a belt guy. He was in Maegashira as recent as March. He actually started the year in Maegashira 3, but a 2-13 tournament into a 1-6 injury pullout has led him to a tumultuous rest of his year. 7-8 at Juryo 5 in May, July 5-10 at Juryo 5, September 9-6 at Juryo 8. Now he got promoted up to Juryo 6, so only went up 2 ranks from a 9-6 in September because how many people did well in Juryo in September. 2-0 to start, though, so Kota Shoho could put a good little tournament together. If he's healthy, I could see him putting a good little Juryo tournament together. Chiyo No against Ichi Yamamoto. Both of those names have been around for a while. Nishiki Fuji against Bushozan. I love saying the name Bushozan. Nishiki Fuji's from Isagayama, so same stable as the Yokozuna, Terano Fuji. He's been around for a while. He's an older guy, 96, so not super old, but he's been around long enough that unless he really improves, kind of a known commodity. Bushozan, let's see, I think he's 95, fairly beat up hilariously in his photo. Got some scarring on his face from getting cracked in the head a few times, I think. He's been Juryo pretty much the whole year. Makashita in January came up after a 4-3 7-8, 10-5, 8-7, 8-7. So he's holding strong in Juryo, but also kind of a known commodity. Daisho Maru against Kaisho. Daisho Maru, 30 years old, been around for a while, been in Maegashira before. Been in Juryo all year, though. Really hasn't had too many great showings after the beginning of the year. Well, actually, no. It's July and September were both 9-6. So it's up to Juryo 3 now after stringing together 2 9-6s at Juryo 11. So we'll see. He might peek back in the top division. Kaisho 95. He is having an okay year. He was starting in Makushita 13, and he's up to Juryo 2. So good year from him. I don't think Kaisho's ever been in Makuuchi before. So, that could be interesting. Hidari Yotsu is his preferred grip. Same stable as Meisei. Or no, born in 95, like Meisei. Asake Yamaheya. Kaio is their stable master. Ozaki, very, very high win total, too. Kaio, really the Ozaki's Ozaki when people mention Ozaki. Career record 1,047 and 700. Very impressive. So highest ranker in Kaisho's stable currently is Kaisho himself. 2 guys in Makushita, 41 and 58, Obara and Kaisejo. Both young, 99 and 98. So, hey, maybe Asake Yamabeya is one to watch as well. Got some young guys that seem to be stringing something together there. And then the final Juryo match of the night was Dayamami taking on Wakamoto Haru. Dayamami, 29, been in Makuuchi before, spent most of the year in Maegashira. This year, lower Maegashira ranks, but had a really bad tournament in July, and then 7-8 in Juryo in September. Still hanging at Juryo 2, but 0-2 to open processions, not great for him. He's had a 64 and 86 career record in Makuuchi. And then Wakamoto Haru, his brother, Wakataka Kage.
Also cousin to Wakataka Flame. How you doing, Neil?
Doing good.
Bringing us up to speed on Juryo, yeah?
Last Juryo match was Wakamoto Haru was in it, and he is now 1-1. He got the win over Dayamami. He's a Juryo 1. If he can put a nice little tournament together in Juryo, could have 2 brothers in the top division next tournament.
So real quick, just based on what we're looking at, with Juryo, we could see a lot of these guys make a move up because there is so much kind of, people leaving top division. I mean, You've said it yourself. Like, you think Tochi's pretty much done. There's a lot of guys like that that are pretty, they're beat up, they're tired, and it's turning into one of these things where we're gonna have to see a lot of these younger guys step up. What are you seeing? Who are you seeing as your top guys coming out of Juryo? Because you watch a lot more Juryo than me and Brendan do, just because of time constraints. Like me and Brendan wasn't even here tonight because he's running fucking karaoke in the village.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it is pretty cool. Yeah. He's at a place called well, I don't know. I don't need all one of our fans to come bother him at work. So, but
one guy in Juryo that people were extremely excited about this tournament that I was talking about a little while ago, Hokuseiho. 6'7", 375, the underling of Hakuho, now Magaki Oyakata, already pulled out for injury.
But Hokuseiho also has competed in top division, correct?
No, he's 20 years old.
All right, then Brendan I know me and Brendan touched on him a little bit last tournament. It's so crazy. We do these things 2 to 5 during these tournaments. So it's like what I mentally retain is really a crapshoot. But I know Hokusei is a name that me and him have off camera and on camera have definitely talked a lot about. So that's definitely a name I recognize. But he pulled out for injury. Do we know what happened?
No info on it yet. I told the listeners that hopefully we'll maybe know a little more tomorrow, but I haven't found anything solid. He's had a very strange year. I mean, he's a guy everyone's looking at because obviously the Hakuho underling, but I mean, 6'7", 375, 20 years old already, flirting with potentially being, he's in Jurio already. I mean, that's promising, but started the year, Makashita 15, was absent from the tournament, probably COVID related because he didn't get demoted. Makashita 15 for March, 5-2. Okay, good job. Makashita 9 in May, 6-1.
Nice.
Okay. Then perfect record in Makashita in July, 7-0. Then the COVID pullout for the whole Bayo last tournament. Then now this tournament, lost his first ever Jurio match, and now an injury pullout. So not the greatest year.
Yeah. Well, it's tough, man. I mean, like we said, we've talked about this a lot in the past, 2 days that we've been on, and we talk about it a lot, just in general. This is a very injury-prone sport. And the fact that they're not allowed to have time off, I love like the rigidness of like the old school rules. But we got to start taking care of these guys because this is getting out of hand. I mean, like, we kind of talked about it a little bit, like when you were kind of one of our chat correspondents last tournament. Someone passed away because they wouldn't bring an ambulance, right?
Yes.
That's fucking crazy. Yes. Like, what?
There's also been documented before during one of the provincial tours a few years back. There was a Gyoji that had a heart attack, and there was a woman that was a doctor in attendance, and they wouldn't let her in the ring because women aren't allowed in the doyo.
Meanwhile, the guy is dying on the floor.
That's fucked.
He was on the ground having a heart attack.
And this was in Japan?
What?
This was in Japan?
Oh, yeah.
Keith
and
Hernandez.
There was only one doctor in the audience, and it happened to be a woman?
Well, the other doctors were out flying planes.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Yeah.
They're all multitaskers.
The doctor architects are busy on the weekends. They can't really attend.
Or they're smashed at happy hour from drinking IPAs.
Do you know who would love that? Keith Hernandez.
Keith Hernandez?
Yeah, I remember watching the Mets game one time, and this was against the San Diego Padres. I can't remember when. It had to be early 2000s. Keith Hernandez, if you don't know, obvious legend in the game.
Yeah.
Also excellent in the Mets booth. Now, they're panning across this Padres dugout, and they happen upon their first in the league female head trainer.
Oh, God.
Who, of course, is in the dugout because that's where the head trainer does their job. Yeah. And he just goes, "Now, what is a woman doing in that dugout?"
Oh, no.
Oh, Lord, Keith.
Now, this is a guy who used to smoke in the dugout in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
No problem there.
Oh, yeah.
But this is like 2004
notorious,
or some shit.
That's so funny.
Nose candy user, cat enthusiast nowadays.
Yes.
So, he's a cat. Wait, hold on. What?
He has a famous cat named Haji. He always talks about it on the air.
Haji.
There's Mets SNY commercials with Haji.
See, I don't watch SNY because I didn't like. I don't.
Zach, that whole 80s World Series Mets team basically admits they were doing cocaine.
Oh, no, I know about that. That's one of the reasons I enjoy the Mets.
We only hear about the ones that were non-functional.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, you got to remember, man, I'm also a big Pirates fan, and the Doc, what's his name? Doc Ellis no-hitter on acid is one of my favorite stories of all time.
You're a big Pirates fan and you're criticizing me for liking the Mariners?
Pirates are a team of heart. And fuck you, Roberto Clemente, baby.
Team of open heart surgery.
Fuck you, Roberto Clemente. Roberto Clemente all day. That guy fucking knows shit there, bro.
Yeah, my grandpa remembers him.
I'm taking off the Mets hat, you piece of shit. No.
Hey, dude, I'd root for the Pirates. I love underdog teams, so I'm not giving you any crap. But come on, you're jumping my bones about liking the Mariners, and it's like.
When I was in college, Pirates games were so fucking cheap, but it was that year that they had a ton of really good players. So like they were actually like a team to watch. That was always like the best. We'd all get bleacher seats, get blasted, and then we're just like, oh my god, this is so funny. Can you put this on screen?
Somewhat,
I mean,
yeah.
you guys have had an MVP in the last 10 years. I mean, Kutch. So
Yeah,
I mean, you had
McCutcheon was great.
going
Now McCutcheon got
sometimes.
traded though. Who the fuck's he playing for these days?
He's on the Phillies.
That's right. Yeah. Another team I grew up watching because they were close to the house, but never really enjoyed the Phillies.
But see, the difference
Yeah,
is
well.
with the Pirates versus the Mets, it's a fundamental difference, which is the Pirates were just a bad team. You knew they were bad. They were going to suck. It was fine. That's how it was going to go. 20 years in a row, losing season, and that's normal, just sucking.
Yeah.
You could almost do that endearingly at some point,
Which they have.
But the Mets, which I'm a fan of, have always been so categorically like, oh, they're going to find a new and creative way to mess with you. They're going to tease you to think that they're going to be really good.
Well,
And
that's
then
like
they're
the
not. There's
Sixers,
never a-
because I'm a Sixers fan, and it's like brutal. I can't even watch basketball anymore because like I just have no hope. Like they never can figure out the Sixers.
Well, they got some drama now, don't they, with
Ben Simmons,
and everybody else? And
Like I said, I don't even watch that league anymore. It's all fun. Like that one is the most corrupt out of them all, and I'm a fucking boxing fan. Like that's like NBA is the biggest fucking joke in professional sports.
From
on
what
record
I
and
was
say that.
looking at too for Jurio,
Hernandez.
a
Oh, yeah,
really
sorry, Neil, let's get
promising
back to that,
person,
yeah.
I think, is Oho. He was born in 2000, so he's still extremely young.
Oh, I like that.
And
You can
he's
make a song.
already Jurio 7, so I mean that's a pretty good sign. He put up a 10-5 at Jurio 12 in July.
How's he doing?
Excuse me.
How's he doing so far?
He's
In,
2-0.
Oh, he's 2-0?
He's 2-0.
Fucking A. All right, so Oho, this is a guy we got to look out for, Oho?
Yeah, I
All
think Oho, considering his age, that's
Well, 2000, that means he's 21. That means he just started pounding sake.
Yeah, he's
Uh,
a pusher. So.
What stable? Neil?
Otake Beya, actually, which is not very well known at all.
I was gonna say, I don't
their
even-
master, his highest he ever got was Jurio 4. They have the highest ranker they have right now is Oho.
Oh, so
but
this is
then-
like kind of a bad news Bears team. All right. This is someone
A
I can
little
cheer
bit.
for.
But maybe they got something going because they got two guys in Makushita right now that were born in 2001 and 98.
Makashita is
So
below
they
Jurio,
might have
correct?
something cooking.
Makashita is below Jurio?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right.
So-
Well, yeah, let's keep an eye on those guys. That's cool. As far as tomorrow's scheduled fights, how did you feel about because you had some picks from last night that we made some comments about how we thought this tournament's going to go. How did your picks pan out for tonight?
All my guys are 2-0 right now.
All right, cool. Well,
Yeah.
the only guy I care about is 2-0, so it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said too. When you left, I said, okay, so my picks for double digits and Zach's pick for double digits and Brendan's. Brendan thought Takakesho as well.
Yeah,
Are
Brandon is on
all
my side. with
2-0
that.
right now.
He's kind of
So-
Did we
he's
miss your guy again tonight? You think the Georgia
Coach
don't you?
Ocean
Yeah.
pulled out.
Oh, right. I
He
forgot.
pulled
about
out
that.
like
Yeah.
last minute. We found out at
Jesus,
like
I
what
forgot.
6 p.m. yesterday or something like
Yeah,
that
I
was when it was
remember
posted.
you said that, yeah.
Yeah. So I really
shame.
I would
He's
Dude,
going to Jurio next tournament.
Do you think he even does that tournament, or do you think he retires?
I don't know, man.
I
don't know.
It's hard to say. It is hard to say. I mean, oh god, he's just so fun to watch. I want him to do pro wrestling. I wish like fucking New Japan would pick him up. I'd love to see him throw
That
a guy
could be
through a
interesting,
table.
but the way
I know
the way
he won't
I kind of see it,
because like those guys never do that unless like you're like an American. Like, but
no, you kind of become a little disgraced if you do it. The way I see Tochi to pursuing things after is probably going into politics in Georgia and keeping his very like good reputation with Japan Open
do the Pacquiao
and just being
Klitschko
this
thing.
kind of international Georgian figure type deal.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's I mean like I know like one of our friends like messaged him on Instagram and like he wrote back.
Yeah.
Like he's not like it's like crazy like cuz like you think of these guys like you're watching it you're like, "Oh, they have to be huge. Like they have so many DMs." And then like for them to like get back to somebody, I just think that's so funny, man.
That happened to me with I commented talking shit on a Corey Feldman post.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
And he wrote back to me. It was like 4 a.m. our time. Must have been midnight over in LA. The guy fucking talking shit to me on Twitter. I'm like, Corey fucking Feldman?
I mean, what else is he doing, you know?
I mean, trying to be Michael Jackson.
Oh, God.
Still dresses like him.
Oh, God. Here we go.
I don't even have a thing with it. It was just kind of funny.
Oh, no, show. This is fun. As far as Neil, real quick, do you know anything about this Tommy Fury fight? I know we were kind of trying to talk about it a little bit last night, but we got off track because I was like 6 martinis deep. The Tommy Fury Jake Paul celebrity boxing match that's about to happen. Did you hear about this?
Anything having to do with the Paul, I just stay as far away from as possible. I know nothing about it, and I'm happy that I don't.
Yeah, you're a smart
it
man for
actively turns me on that I don't know about it.
Yeah, you're a smart man for that. I'll give you that.
Appreciate it.
Tommy Fury is Tyson Fury, the lineal heavyweight champion's brother, who is also one of these Irish travelers, gypsies, as they call themselves. I'm not trying to use a slang.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, well, me and Brennan are kind of the same ilk, so it's like one of those things that, like, yeah, I mean, like, it's our word, you know. But yeah, he's like one of these traveler guys. Like, that's how, like, they like, and they train as, like, I mean, I know, like, at least over there, like, these guys, like, they fight for, like, bare knuckle money. Like, there's if you ever watch the documentary Knuckle, it's about, like, the Quinn McDonoughs in England. Like, it's the Joyces and the Quinn McDonoughs, like, traveling around the entire country and, like, beating the fuck out of each other. And, like, they start shit with each other on, like, tape. And they fight for, like, 50 like,
who's that one guy, Charles Bronson or something?
Yeah, similar kind. Well, that guy was just a nut job, but he used to, like, he like, fought in those kind of bare knuckle style things.
Yeah, I feel like I saw at a party in the background one time some really sadistic, weird movie about that guy was on, and I absolutely couldn't stand it.
Tom Hardy. That's how Tom Hardy got famous.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's Tom Hardy's, like, first, like, big movie. But
interesting.
Anyway, so these guys are, like, they're fighters by trade. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, boxing's in, like, their blood. So, like, I don't know, man. Like, everyone's saying, like, Tommy Fury's, like, not a good boxer. I'm like, I don't think you guys understand what boxing is. Because they're trying to talk to me like Jake Paul is some kind of a real boxer. Dude, like, he's an amateur boxer at best. Like, I fought in the amateurs. I'm not saying that, like, amateur boxers aren't, you know, fighters. But fuck. He's, you know, he's a YouTube guy. Like, it's not even a real boxer. Like, let me explain something to you. Like, I fucking, I'm kind of just talking in general. I mean, but interrupt me if you have any questions. One of my trainers from when I was a kid, he was a professional fighter at the time, and he was trying to get a fight with Kimbo Slice when Kimbo went over to boxing, because he went from street fighting, he did, like, the MMA thing, and got his ass beaten in MMA, like, so many times, and then he started boxing.
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna say, didn't Kimbo kind of pioneer this, like, social media driven? I'm kind of not a real competitive person.
He did, but he did it in a more legit way. Like, Kimbo, when he would come,
it's like Butterbean, right? Butterbean's kind of like that too. Not as much social media mixed in.
Butterbean was knocking out a lot of people at Tough Man competitions, which was a televised event at one point. Like, if you got good enough in Tough Man competitions, eventually they put you on TV on Fox, and that's how Butterbean got discovered.
Or he'd fight, like, random people overseas too, right? Like, he'd just get on a card. It's like, we need a card match for a card. Oh, throw Butterbean on there.
Well, that's what he became once he got famous. But, like, the thing with Kimbo is, Kimbo was a guy who was legitimately fighting people in, like, these. It was like an American bare knuckle thing. Like, it was like this. You gonna go buzz him in? Brendan's going to be joining us in just a second. Hey, make sure you bring a chair in for him too. Okay. But Kimbo, like, was what? Oh yeah. Kimbo was one of these guys who, you know, he was like, it was like when YouTube first came out, you know, people were like watching him fight on YouTube. They're like, holy fuck, who is this guy? And the way he moved, he looked like Tyson, and he was knocking everybody out in, like, street fights. So when this happened right around the same time that MMA started becoming, like, mainstream, that's really how he kind of pioneered that. You know what I mean? But, like, Jake Paul is not Kimbo fucking Slice. You know what I mean? Like, no, I can't even compare those two. Although I'll tell you right now, if Kimbo was alive, he would have already fought one of these kids by now.
Oh, 100%. Are you
Kimbo would have been,
he loved
like,
the Changle, clearly, and he was
Kimbo
a great self-promoter or whatever.
Kimbo would have fought one of these kids by now like months or years ago if he was still alive. And to be honest, that guy was like a stand-up family man. He was like a really good, like Kimbo was actually like a salt of the earth kind of guy. Like everyone who ever like interacted with him, like they have really good things to say about him. But when my trainer tried to fight him, like in a legitimate boxing match, like it wasn't like he like just found him at a bar or anything. Like my trainer like tried to have his agent set it up and fight, and Kimbo's camp said no, you have too many wins.
Wow, hey, being honest.
Like not to talk shit on a dead guy, but I'm saying like these people who
that's good.
But I mean like these people who were like beefing up these Jake Paul fights and his brother and fucking like these celebrity boxing matches, and like they're thinking that like Tommy Fury's gonna come in there. His brother's like one of the greatest fighters of all time. Definitely the best heavyweight we have in the division right now, other than maybe Anthony Joshua, who doesn't have the title right now. You're looking at Usyk. But it's Brendan's here. This is fun.
Hey,
Brendan finally made it.
Oh, this is okay. So this is another thing. I was waiting. I knew Brendan was coming soon. Brendan, do you know anything about Asakayama Baya?
Are you talking to me?
No, he was us.
Asakayama Baya, or are you asking Brendan?
I'm asking Brendan about it.
Oh, Brendan,
because I didn't even know about this.
Which one of these do I have to do to turn up so I can hear louder?
1 or 3.
How's that? Can you hear us now?
To say, what was your question, Neil?
Have you ever heard of Asakayama Baya before?
Asakayama? No. I was just looking up all the Bayas recently, but obviously there's a handful of them that are Miyagi-No and Isagahama and stuff that are big, but then the rest of them I have no idea. Why do you ask?
So this is crazy. I was going through all the Jurio stuff while they were kind of, taking their break. And I found this guy. He's 2-0 right now. He's a Jurio 2. His name's Kyushu. And then so I click on the Heya because I've never seen it before, Asakayama Heya. And the master of it is Hiroyuki, who was Kaio, who is an Ozeki that had 1,047 wins. And if you look at the Heya right now, they have their highest ranker is Kaisho, who was born in 95. He's at Jurio 2. But then they have 2 kids in Makushita, 41 and 58, that are both not born in 99 and 98. Then they have in Sandaime, they have 4 more people, and they're all younger as well. So this might be a Heya to watch.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, we're talking about the guy that we were just Oho.
No, actually, there was someone a little more intriguing than even Oho. It's a Kaisho, who's 2-0 right now in Jurio as well, and has never been in Makushita before or Makuuchi before. And he's Jurio 2, and he's the highest rated in this stable that is coached by a guy who got 1,000 wins. He's one of the most decorated Ozekis ever. Kaio.
Kaio. I've heard of him. I mean, obviously,
not to be confused with Caillou, that terrible children's show.
Let's see, Kaisho. I think I've heard about this guy in some of the pre-Basho, Sizzler type stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So right now in Sandaime, 2002, 93, 98, 2000. So their oldest guy is 93, and everybody else is 95 or younger, year born. So
I thought you meant like they were all just
stable,
like fucking senior
never
citizens.
really heard of it. Obviously, I know Kaio. They don't really get much press. Kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We were kind of touching on just as you came in, like this celebrity fight bullshit that's going on right now. We were kind of talking about it last night, and we're kind of back on it. Tommy Fury.
Oh, you're that guy who keeps picking fights with like kindergartners?
No. Like, no.
What is that guy's name?
No, Jake Paul. Yeah. He's fighting Tommy Fury. Well, yeah, basically, yeah. I mean, he's fighting Tommy Fury, who's Tyson Fury's brother. the heavyweight champion of the world, and like they accepted. So like that's gonna fight. So what I'm trying to get to is the undercard is apparently both of those guys' girlfriends mud wrestling.
Yeah.
What?
Is that confirmed?
It is true. I'm not sure it's confirmed, but I know that it's been.
It's definitely talked about.
Yeah, I think it was suggested by one of the girlfriends themselves.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So like this is just like this
of
is
course
why,
it was.
This is why like the sport of boxing gets no fucking respect anymore, because you have like one of the best heavyweight championship fights of all time in the third Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. That trilogy will without a doubt be like the next Hagler Hearns, Mickey Ward and Arturo Gatti. Like that's gonna go down in history as one of the greatest fight rivalries of all time, even though fucking Tyson Fury beat him 3 times. Well, I guess the first time it was a draw, but like that is a huge move for like the sport of boxing to have that awesome of a heavyweight rivalry. And then, you know, it turns around and this is the next fucking thing that we're going to be watching is girlfriends mud wrestling. And
Why are you mad about that? Because it's not brownie batter wrestling?
I wish it was brownie.
He likes
that a fat joke, you
legitimacy.
piece
I
of
in
didn't
his
even mean it
sport.
to be, and then I
But yeah, the other guy we were talking about too, Brendan, was like Zach said, Oho, who is in Otake Bayo, which
Kind
is
of excited about
mastered
this,
by
yeah.
a guy that was Jurio 4, and they seem to be loaded with youngsters as well. Their highest ranker right now is Oho, who's 2-0 in Jurio this tournament.
And it's like they're like the Bad News Bears. Like their guy isn't like really that.
like the money ball team.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's great.
Their stable master is like a nobody. I mean, Jurio 4 was his highest rank.
What happened tonight with the fights? Anything stand out?
Teruno Fuji had a fucking fuck you win. Big
Really?
time. Threw the shit out of Daisho.
Daisho was
the shit out of him.
Yeah.
I was calling for a Hanka, and I think what he did was even more embarrassing.
Just dominated.
Daisho looked good though.
Picked him up
Daisho
and threw
actually
him on his
looked
ass.
good.
Neil's very apologetic to these people who lose like fucking losers. I'm not.
Dude,
I think it speaks to Teruno
he had him
Fuji's
on
greatness.
the edge. He was pushing the hell out of the
Fabiola.
Yokozuna.
You know what's so funny to me is like I was like totally talking all this shit on Teruno Fuji right before the fight. I was like, he's not exciting. I was like, I'm done with this guy. Like, I just don't like him.
He's
Such
like,
a
Neil,
bad take.
Teruno Fuji is boring. And I did like a what face. I was like, Teruno Fuji is boring?
That's how I felt about
What?
Hakuho when I started watching. I was like, who gives a shit? We know he's gonna win.
So that's exactly what I said about Teruno
Although
said
Hakuho
he
is always
goes-
exciting.
Neil, he makes it look too easy. And I go, that's not his fault.
Because he's so good.
And then he just picked him up and fucking dumped the guy on
This
his
is
ass.
the guy that's like,
Endo had a good one.
Takakesho's so cool. And then
I'm
he's
sorry.
like,
Scoreboard.
Teruno Fuji is boring.
Scoreboard 2-0.
Kiribayama lost. What a disappointment.
Yeah.
He got smoked.
Yeah. It was bad.
You know what though? One of our biggest freakouts of the whole night was Aoyama.
Oh,
looked
yeah.
amazing,
Dude, he looked-
unbelievable.
Really?
He looked like he was 150 pounds.
Just
Dude,
like light on his
Brendan,
feet.
Light on his
3
feet.
different attacks in one match. He goes strong pushing attack, no throat attacks, just strong pushing attack. Then you get to the edge, you start resisting. I'm gonna pull you. Then they stabilize on the pull. He's behind him and pushes him out. Unbelievable.
Yeah. It was insane. It was insane.
I gotta watch that
Boobs,
later.
boobs had a fucking
Dude,
showing.
match of the night probably. There were the 3 matches of the night were
was.
Teruno
Abi
Fuji
had
match.
a good match though too. We could say.
Abi had a
Aoyama's
good
2-0.
match.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's great.
All
Aoyama Yusho?
And Takakesho.
the people all 4 of our picks
Damn right.
for double-digit wins are currently undefeated. We have
Takakesho fucking crushed it.
Abi, Takakesho,
Say it again.
frickin' Teruno Fuji, obviously, and then Hokuto Fuji.
Yeah,
all
even
of them are
Takayasu,
2-0.
who I was kind of like enchanting for maybe a little mini comeback.
That was
2-0.
the other match of the night. Takayasu defeating
Takara
Takara
Fuji.
Fuji.
defeating
Shita
Yep.
Tadashi Nage. Not an
in
easy.
like 2-minute match. Yeah, very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, that's not an easy one. I didn't say that.
D-. Not a grade they like to give out.
Yeah. T+.
Oh, well.
You know, they don't give out a lot of D+s.
Shohozan got a win.
He did. He did.
like the
We missed that
Urustan
one,
did.
but it was a pretty good spirited win.
Kaisei lost, correct?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think we missed that one
Sadanumi
too,
beat
though.
him.
Yeah.
I-
Which
I
Sadanumi's
watched it-
one of the
I
homies,
watched
right?
it off. I watched it off stream. 'cause we were waiting
Sadanoumi
for that
looks
ball to come in.
good.
Which is weird
Actually,
because I always thought of
Sadanoumi
him
looks
as like
good right now.
too injured to do anything. But cool, especially in his home prefecture.
Yeah.
Maybe that's part of it.
It was a pretty good night. Zach and I had fun. We did good. I think Zach did really well
I actually
tonight.
tuned in at one point just to
Thanks,
check in on you
Teach.
guys.
Zach had a
He
really
called
good
the
day.
technique. He called the technique.
Oh, I did. I actually was. I was actually smart, Zach, tonight.
I
Occasionally,
should
I
maybe
wasn't
sit more often.
Well, I wasn't 12 martinis deep. That's
You think that helps?
Man, I thought it helped last night. I was fucking loose.
What do we got? Mitakayumi?
Mitakayumi
Straight up Oshidashi. That's
yeah.
but against Takanosho, that's pretty good.
Yeah, Taka no showed.
I think we're probably not going to have a good idea what the tournament looks like until the end of the week.
That's what we were saying that a little bit. We're like, it's only the second day, and a lot of these guys are definitely pulling punches. You can definitely tell they're not hurting people yet.
Oh, you think they're just like
I
warming
think
up still?
They're easing in. Although, who did we think didn't have the fight last night? Did it end up mattering, or did they end up winning?
Yutakiyama, he lost.
He did lose.
He
yeah.
looked terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
think
looked
it's
really
because
bad.
he missed his fight last night because he was supposed to fight Tochi, and
Oh, so
He
it's
got-
like starting
he's
off.
a- yeah,
blasted
'cause
by
he's-
Kagiaki.
yeah,
he did
oh yeah, that's right.
nothing.
Yeah. Kagiaki fucked him up. There were some pretty decent fights today.
Okay, he's a good fighter.
Yeah.
Strong.
Endo won.
He did.
Endo won. And yeah,
There you go. Picked up a win.
Myoguru against Myoguru. We thought Myoguru would probably win that one, but
Yeah, I would have
Myoguru
called
had-
it for him too.
Yeah,
I
he
always
had
root
a
for
good
you guys.
start,
Don't.
but they kind of hit heads a little bit, and Myoguru glanced off, and instead of like pouncing back, he like delayed, and then he went, and then Endo just like threw him.
Veteran ring sense kicked in.
Yeah.
We also have a new Gyoji who is the meanest looking Gyoji in the history of sumo.
Colonel Sanders,
No, I don't think it's Colonel Sand. No, he's
the
new.
Monopoly guy.
He's new. What? No.
I'm just guessing
That'd be so.
people who are old enough to.
That would be so funny.
Yeah, he
Abe Lincoln.
debuted
Imagine if,
2020.
like, Jim Gaffigan came
Debuted
out.
2020 in top division, but we've barely seen him. But he did like an M6 match.
Yeah,
That's cool.
And
like he
was-
made his debut,
He
you mean?
was so mean looking.
Yeah, he debuted 2020 apparently, but I've like never seen him before, and he did an M6 match.
Did he call Amata?
No,
No.
no, he had a really cool
like,
apron
nervous.
thing too. He had a really cool robe. It was like white and red.
Yeah. He looked like he was Father Christmas.
No Poker Man's banners.
There's
No
one
poker.
Yeah, I didn't see,
GOG.
I didn't see any Pokemon shit.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
I wonder if it's on like the backs of the banners. Because we saw it while
Could
they were
be.
walking away yesterday.
Yeah, you definitely saw it yesterday. I remember Neil spotted it.
Yeah, I popped off. I was really excited. But yeah, really shitty match was Zach already mentioned it. Kiribayama looks totally off it at his Komusubi rank. Okinaumi defeated him by Yorikiri in about 6 seconds.
Yeah, it was embarrassing.
Okinaumi wins by Yorikiri over Kiribayama in like a flash. It was really bad.
I feel like
Chris, our producer, is an idiot at best.
someplace or are you offering them to me?
It was so cute too. Zach's like, Kiribayama, just nervous. He's, he hasn't settled in yet, and because it was like
I think
bad.
he's like
it
the
was
young
like, I was
Okinumi.
like,
They have a
he
lot
was-
in common.
It looked bad. It was bad. I was trying to cover for him. I do what I can.
he did too. Because we're like before the match, we're like, well, if Okinaumi wins this, it's gonna be a slow down, and then he's gonna throw him or whatever, and then he just Yorikiri's him
Blasted him.
instantaneously.
That's great.
And then,
I love it when he gets that when the older guys like really just come out of the gate hot, and then the new
Oh,
guy's
yeah.
like, "Wait, what? No, that's not what's supposed to."
You're supposed to play with me.
That's a good early like first week strategy too.
It makes you think too. It's just like, why doesn't he do that every day?
Yeah.
Well, because he can't. That's, I think, what I'm saying is it's a week one strategy because he can do it and like shock some, get a couple of wins over young guys who don't expect him to come out blitz them. But you can't do that every day because why would I? He looks like he's 40.
So we had just a heads up. I wanted to bring you up to speed on this too. We had 5 people watching on Levy Land.
Okay.
And 2 people on Ruckus Fights. So we have to find a way to get them over from Levy Land to Ruckus Fights.
Keep
and one on Rare Air Productions.
Oh yeah, we did have one
too.
on the fucking Facebook for like no reason, and we posted.
Get sucked.
We kept posting in the Twitch. We posted in the Twitch chat a few times.
Oh yeah, he told me
link.
you were like spamming it into the other chat.
I'd say lightly. It wouldn't really.
Well, it's CHANKO. It's the content that's free.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you did. I mean, we're trying to provide a service. I think you did good.
Yeah, we missed you.
I know.
Yeah, we did.
I missed you.
I'm irresistible, but I'm here now.
I had to do so much heavy lifting.
Yeah, you did very good. You did. You did
so
good.
Hard for me.
I think you did really good.
I hope. I don't know. I was having fun.
Okinumi was born in 1985, so he is
36.
Pretty old.
He's older than me.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest reason why he can't just blitz motherfuckers every day. But hardly anyone
Yumi
can.
Looks unbeatable right now. Probably going to get 9 wins.
That's been a long time coming. I've been excited for
Mitaki
him to
Yumi looks
rival.
Unbeatable. It'll be a 9-win tournament.
Was it on the broadcast, Neil, that you said he's the new Endo?
Yeah.
I think that's very.
Last night we said that.
That's very insightful. I've been thinking about that.
That's how I feel. I'm like, he's like my second favorite. And it's just like, I've watched him now pretty closely for like years. I was picking him to be a breakout guy before he won his first tournament. And now he's won 2. And he's still, every time you see him, he'd never be a guy I would say double digits.
Yeah.
He could look amazing. And he could be 5-0. And I still would be like, I don't know if he's going to hit 10.
Yeah, I don't think that he really cares. If you look at it like from like a what is the end game for any Rikishi, it's either you're gonna try to become Yokozuna, which you really better believe in that because then you have to retire if you start slowing down, or you can be a career guy and look out for yourself and fight until you're 37 or whatever and just hang out as an Ozeki and then maybe bop down. Koto Shogiku stuck around for a hot minute, just kind of bouncing up and down Makuuchi, and it's his salary. It's his job, if you don't think you can survive as a Yokozuna, don't risk your salary like popping off. And I think Mitaki gets that.
Can't eat the CHANKO, get out of the kitchen.
Giku also famously Giku could have kept his Ozeki too. He needed 10 wins. He was 9-5, and he got hanked by Terano Fuji on day 15 to only go 9-6 and lose his Ozeki.
So it's Terano Fuji who stuck it to him, and then it didn't even really. It didn't even really matter, right? Because then he like almost immediately got injured.
It's only 5 a.m. How dare you fucking yawn after a full day of work?
I've only been up for 12 hours.
I know.
Speaking I was going to say, we can wrap up if you guys want.
Yeah, I think we're going to just because it's getting to be that time. We only want to do a little bit. We only want to do like an hour post show anyway. But closing thoughts, gentlemen? Do we have anything else we want to say before we sign off for the night?
I don't know what the schedule, our stream's going to look like for the rest of the week, but we'll 100% be back this weekend, this coming weekend.
And let's be posting it too, like if you have it on the social media or anything like that on the website.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are we not doing tomorrow?
Advertis.
I can do tomorrow.
It's entirely up to Chris. I can do it every day.
I can do tomorrow. Yeah.
I can do tomorrow, barring any big changes.
Okay. All right. So tentatively, we will be back tomorrow at 1:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which means probably 2:15. But I'd
like to thank Andy Caps Hot Fries, Tasty Cakes, Fruit Pies, Arizona Pants, Jesus the Christ, the Academy, PBS, Chris's parents,
Cheez-Its Pepper Jack flavor. Actually, I don't want to thank them. They've become a distraction.
and Ichinoja's plum wine.
Oh yeah, no one's.
I believe in Hokuto Fuji's supremacy.
Me too.
Rolling Rock beer.
And Rare Air Live.
Rare Air Live.
And Bob Levy.
Well, kind of.
and Marlboro Reds.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's sign off.
All right, guys. It's been a good Chanko for the evening. We will be back, as we said, hopefully tomorrow with more sumo action coming at you. I'm Zach Petrovich.
I'm Brennan Eichholzer, the face
and
of
the
American
heel
Sumo.
of American Sumo. It's also been Neil Jenkins with us tonight. Neil,
the
sign
pancreas.
Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Oh my God, that's exactly who you are. I love it. You're turning into our cornet. I love it. Fucking yeah, I love it. I love it. Oh my God. So this is Ruckus Fights NYC signing off for tonight. You know where to find us at Ruckus Fights NYC on Instagram. You can also find us there on YouTube and on our new website, ruckusfightsnyc.com. All right, guys. Have a great night. Thanks for hanging with us.
Hockey Oi. Have a good one.